All right then. Welcome everybody back to the stream. It's been far too long since I last streamed. I do apologize. Life has been hectic, but we're back now, and yeah, we have two fun things to do. Well, one is good news, as I said, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And the second is something that I kind of have already done before, but I had a lot of fun doing it last time, so I thought, hey, why not do it again, just with a little bit of a change. So, let's get into everything. Hopefully my OBS stuff isn't completely dead. There we are. Yeah, all my OBS stuff died like 3 days ago. Not OBS specifically, but like my GoXLR and everything like that just kind of stopped working, which was not fun. But hopefully everything is working well. Today we are back on Shadowfax of all servers, which is interesting considering I've never really cared much for the new legendary servers in regards to Shadowfax or Treebeard, but on Anor, when it was sort of close to shutting down, I did this thing with Yaimio where I went through and I wanted to get like as quickly through it as possible. Like I wanted to get all the cloaks, the titles, the frames, and I also just think it was like just a lot of fun. So obviously Shadowfax is 50% experience increase, plus the earrings puts us up to 100%. So we're constant double XP. So I thought it'd be fun to make another character and go through Shadowfax, considering we're now up to 130 on Shadowfax. And I think in 2 months, give or take, it is going up to 140. So I don't know how long after the 140 it will close, but I thought I'd jump on and give it a shot. So yeah, we're going to start with a new character. We are going to go Hobbit because I've been told I should go Hobbit. Why not? I'm not against it, but I am going to go Hunter because, quite frankly, if we're going to be speed running it, it's not exactly speed running. Also, my camera is really laggy for some reason, but it's not like speed running in the sense so I'm not going to have like a timer up, but I thought it was just alliteration and all that. But Hunter specifically makes it so much easier because of the travel skills just to go to and fro. So I'm going to go Hunter. It's also just a class I know really well, and it just has a lot of things going for it. So, and I have a name as well, but we're going to be going before the shadow. That is the plan. So we're going to create a character. We're going to go start up Picro the Hobbit Hunter, and yeah, we'll just see how far we can go. We only have a little, well, we have an hour less than normal. Unfortunately, I wasn't actually home yet by the time I was supposed to start the stream originally, so we did wait until 7, but that should be fine. Let's just do that.
Welcome to Moscow.
I've been good. All good things. I've just been kind of not very able to stream, pretty much. I don't have a Hobbit obsession. I just get told when I talk to Ghost about like making new characters, he tells me I should make hobbits. So I have to somewhat prove that I don't hate hobbits as well, right? So that's that. But yeah, it's been a busy time, but it's kind of worth it in the end because I guess it's not like it's a big deal, but I've obviously put in the title, hey, we got some good news. Some good news that I have to share is, fingers crossed, starting next week, I should be able to like double the amount of streams that I'm able to do per week. Now, double zero is still 0, but I should be like have 4 nights where I can stream now consistently. As of to next week, as of literally like tomorrow is the last shift I have of my old rota, and it opens up a lot more nights for me to stream, which is just hopefully good. So yeah, some good news happening, which is, you know, all nice and stuff. Let me go find
Here you go.
the Gundabad and
Fine weapon.
Morgul. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can actively do that. And with this, like, I sometimes find it very difficult to focus on one specific thing, like doing one thing, like one like long task, however you want to call it. But I did find myself when I went on Anor and doing all this stuff, I found it a lot easier to actually do all of this when I was focusing on Anor. And also, we now have kind of a load more content than we did when we hit Anor, plus the double XP. So that kind of, you know, happiness of being like, oh, I leveled up, we'll have in theory twice as often. So that's pretty fun.
Follow me.
I was thinking about doing like a burglar or something, but I do think for the sake of speed, I'm probably better off doing like an actual faster class. There's a lot more like
Well done, my friend.
sneaking up and everything when it comes to burglar
This
for obvious
goblin
reasons.
could not have set so many fires.
But yeah, so normally I work like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, which means I only really have Monday, Thursday to stream. And even now that's kind of been jumbled up. But as of next week, I should have Wednesday night to stream, Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night that I can stream. So,
I will circle
yeah,
around and search for
that's
the
all
one who
good.
leads these
And even if I don't stream, I'll have like just more time to be working on
Farewell
stuff,
for now.
like actual stuff. For now, that stuff is me playing Hobbit, clearly.
Follow me, my new friend. There will be fighting.
Hopefully, though, shouldn't have too many issues. I'm going to try and not do too much of this character off stream. However, I might do some like moats farming and stuff.
What did I tell you?
I think as long as I don't go above this character's level, like if I don't go to like level 50 on another character before I get to 50 on here, then I think we're fine. I don't want to be like farming gear for him, but like if I'm gonna get to 130, then I'll probably go moats gear for before the transfer, and
Hillary, I see
then it just
you
makes sense
met our
to
new visitor.
to do that.
I like this
Also,
one much more.
since Anor, actually, the trait system has changed now. So, Yaimyo actually had like a load of stuff he had to do when he transferred to Evernight. Whereas on here, over just the course of the day, or the course of the time we're playing this character, we should just have a lot more ease of use just by having a lot more trade points and stuff. It's just going to be virtue experience we've got to worry about, but hopefully that's not a huge issue. I might occasionally, especially because it's Shadowfax, open up loot boxes, like having basically constant double XP, because we're going to have the plus 50% experience gain and then the plus 25 plus 25. That will basically mean we have a constant double experience, which means if I do Bjornings, then I think we should be fine. As long as I don't fill up my inventory too much, and as long as I ideally don't filter out the loot boxes, then I think we're actually all good. It's going to be a load of level 20 gear, but most stuff will be easy, and we might even get some like extra double XP tomes or virtue experience, or I don't know. What other rare items can you get from a tracery? You can't get traceries from it, I don't think. Right? I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've opened loot boxes. I've still got to finish with my Bjornings. Like,
What do you make of this?
I'm also hoping. I actually haven't gone through properly before the shadow with.
Some of Mosswood's residents.
Yeah, I haven't gone through before the shadow with like double XP or anything like that, or like. I don't think I chucked double XP on. I could be wrong. And it's also the Spring Festival, so we could probably make use of that. Which means I also need to make use of that on like my main account, like actually on Evernight. So that's something I need to worry about. Manel, dear.
Thank you for aiding
What
the
up?
people of Mosswood. This
Okay.
Uruk has something in his hand.
Hopefully I remember as well. Oh, spec straight away. Gonna go red line.
Uruk has something in
We're
his
gonna go.
hand. See if you can't wrest it from his grip.
I guess I'm just gonna go cooldown. Not cooldown. What is it? Induction. It's like the opposite of a cooldown in my head. Do.
Let's see if this parchment holds any.
Yeah, one of the really nice things about this area is it just has a bunch, like, it's just a ton of
Could I
questing.
speak with you a moment?
And they're kind of like higher level quests. Like, I'm doing orange quests straight away, even with double XP. So hopefully we can get through this relatively quickly, or get to a decent level pretty quickly. And ideally, I would want to get Undying. I'm not going to be going the difficulty thing. I think if I'm doing difficulty, I'm going to go Treebeard for it, just because I have a lot more time to focus on it. I just don't think... Oh, I've got to ride. I don't have the riding skill on this account, do I? It's fine, I'll go here. Bum bum.
Yes.
That's at least one thing. Hey, Sweska, thank you for the resub. See, now I can actually use that as a benefit for my account. I guess also one good thing that I need to remember is the fact that I'm pretty sure, I just saw on Twitter, I'm pretty sure I knew that before anyway, but I'm pretty sure now Before the Shadow is available for Lotro points. So I'm kind of toying with the idea of buying Before the Shadow on the free-to-play, but I don't think it has any benefit to the account as of now. I can get the riding skill on every character, that doesn't matter. I'm not going to be going through this questing to level up on the Bjornings or anything like that, so there's no point there. And I just don't think there's anything I particularly benefit from, except maybe, like, if I do Doom or Black Grave, right? There's otherwise not a point. I think there's much more we can spend it on. I don't even know how much it costs, because these accounts have it. So does it say? I should have a look while we just head straight forward. Does it say now? Nope, that's just the Before the Shadow page. 1,990. That's not terrible. Like, I could make that rather quickly. I still don't think it's worth it. Personally, it's not that big a deal, but it kind of changed my thoughts on whether or not I want to do that. I should also look. Boom. 50 and 50. Let us remember straight away. We're going to put this in. We'll put it in Determination, because why not? And I do have another trait point, so let's chuck that on. So what I like about the beginning of... not necessarily just beginning of Before the Shadow, but having the trait points be like kind of straight away, it just feels like I'm progressing more. It does feel better in Before the Shadow than it does on other places. Like if I start in Ered Luin, I immediately have like 5 trait points, and it just kind of feels a bit weird sometimes. Whereas, well, okay, not Ered Luin, but like if I start a Bjorning at least, or I guess a Stout Axe. Doesn't Stout Axe get like a bunch of experience? Or is that just from the questing? It's been a while since I've done a Stout Axe. I do like Stout Axes. I like the intro. Other than the obvious me falling off the edge that happened. Other than that, I do quite like it. Right. And
You made it! You are not...
you have another one, which is... I need to really get my map sorted. But I need to log out and log back in to do that, so it's a bit of a pain. But, yeah, hopefully not a big deal. So I don't think, even with the double experience, I don't think we can officially finish Before the Shadow today. I would like to get to, like, Starbad area minimum. I think that's certainly doable. It kind of depends on how distracted I get from other quests, though. Like right now. And also when I get to Clegger, and also this bit, and Lintrev as well has a few quests that I tend to get distracted on. So we'll see how that goes. But obviously, I'm not like... You got to have that balance, right? Yeah, I've called it like speed running it, but I want to get through as quickly as possible. But I also... Doing it quicker doesn't necessarily mean anything, as long as I get it within the like 2-month period of time that we have for before like we hit 140. Even then, it's not like the server's going to go down immediately, so we've got a bunch more time after that. So I just don't know exactly when, right? And that way I can have a full dedicated like month, 2 months. It'll probably be something like 2 months, but I can have that time dedicated fully to like 140 and grabbing anything that might show up, because I don't actually know server rewards. Isn't there... So I'll need to get on this one the frame, ideally, the Angmar Ramblers frame. Pick up any cloaks that are missing. There's a couple from like questing as well, but not really that fussed about that one. I don't know. It's one of those things of, would I rather get to 140, 130, 140, whatever, and then do the questing for the frames, or frames or you know, cloaks and whatever? Or do I want to just do it kind of as we go, which is probably going to be more satisfying to do. Let's pick these. You know what, I'm going to quickly log out and then log back in. I just need to fix this map. It's getting on my nerves. Obviously, the ideal outcome is the Minas Morgul frame, right? It would be nice, because there's 2 different types of cloaks. There's the cloaks that give you like account bound, so you get it on every character, and then there's cloaks where you get them like once and you can technically just transfer them over. Ideally, because it should be a free transfer, I'd like to get all of them, like both sets. But obviously the account bound ones are like priority. I can actually see my map. It's a miracle. Also, I guess another thing is at least we have the 10 quest markers this time compared to when we were on Anor.
What can I do for you?
What I might end up doing though is, just because it will help later,
What can I do
off
for you?
stream, I might AFK
How can I be of
2
service?
of the 3 epic battles.
Radon must work by that
So
kind
I
of
can't
orders.
obviously do it yet, but the second and third one that are AFKable, I'll probably do those first, or just do those AFK like as soon as I can, like after today. I probably won't get any gear out of it. If I do, it's fine. If I don't, it doesn't really matter. But
How can
doing
I be of
those
service?
and having them like AFK'd now, I did not mean to go there, will just mean that we can skip them later. And then the first one, Defense of Pelagia, we will have to actually go and do. But we could probably just do that AFK. Not AFK, but like just beat it. And that way we can just later on skip it. It's not like they're difficult, and obviously you get scaled. But obviously, first I want to get some actual gear, because otherwise it's not really that helpful. Like scaling up non-statted gear is just going to be absolutely zero use to me. Do I need to kill any boars? I need to find the defeat circle. I am lagging. How am I lagging on a legendary server? Really? There's like 61 people. Non-anonymous. There should be 0 lag. Absolutely nothing. Alright, defeat circle. Isn't it level... Is it level 12 or 14 I get find the path? Doesn't really matter either way. Right, let's kill some Kraben. Let's also find the branches, and also I'm pretty sure killing an enemy... Oh no, the boars actually aren't any use to me. Huh. Maybe I'm thinking of a different quest. Also, I'm a little bit too close to taking damage there. I did not like that. It's still nice to kill them though, because at least we're getting some experience out of this. But Krebens up here are the priority. Cool. I'm a little worried about being able to kill this warg at the minute. I don't really remember if it was difficult or anything like that. I just worry I'm not sort of hitting as hard as I'd expect to. Though some of these I think should give us gear, so that's going to give me gear. None of these give me gear. Okay, I lied. I didn't know. Oh, one thing as well, though. A couple more points here, and soon we can get, like... We can already get Heartseeker in a minute. That's pretty impressive. Okay. One more branch, one more kill. What else? We need to go to the blacksmith. We need to talk to the hobbit there. I'll be at home. I can meet my hobbit brethren. And then suitable branches. Yeah, cool. And then the missing boot, which normally I would have gotten that with the dare quest, but clearly I forgot. Right. Let's go ahead. So I should probably try and get a checklist, though, of all the stuff needed to be done. And then, you know, ideally check them off. Obviously, there's some stuff. Daughter of Strife is probably the most... Like, Daughter of Strife is probably one of the easiest to do. Or earliest will do. But also the one that'll be my least favorite to do. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of that book in particular. We honestly will probably not do it for a while. I don't know if we have to do the whole thing. It just says complete volume 1, book 15, Daughter of Strife on a legendary server. There is a chance that I can get away with only doing like a part of the book, like starting halfway through the volume rather than having to do all 15 or 14 or whatever. We'll see, but the least I need to do of that whole thing, the second half at least, yeah. I just have a thing up against it. I just don't like Narmalith. It's not even Narmalith, it's Laodin. Right, I need to find a suitable branch. I think there should be one outside. If not, there should be a bunch outside the other gate. Hopefully. Or there's just a bunch up here. That's fine. Give me a sec. Okay. And I think we just have a bunch to do. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been a very busy boy. It's that, and also, like, I kind of got into this rhythm, and when I got taken out of it, like, I worked Monday morning. Obviously, I normally stream Monday night, but I worked Monday morning, and I got home at, like, 6, or, like, just before 6. But I just fell asleep, because it felt like it was normally when I'd be home, like, late. So it felt like it was, you know, 8, 9... No, if I was finishing work, normally it'd be, like, 11 o'clock. So I think my body just kind of naturally assumed it was that late, and I just went to sleep. So wasn't really intended, but yeah. That and just everything's been all over the place. But as I said earlier, one outcome of the sort of messiness of the last few weeks is the fact that going forward, I should have a lot more ability to stream. So currently, up until the end of this week, normally I'd be working Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, so I wouldn't be able to stream nights on those. Whereas as of Monday, I'm doing Tuesday night, so I won't be able to stream then. Wednesday morning, Friday night, Saturday, I'm finishing like 8 o'clock, and same with Sunday. So I should have Monday to stream, Wednesday I might be able to stream, depends on how tired I am. Thursday to stream, Saturdays to stream, and Sunday to stream, if all goes to plan. So overall, a benefit, a good thing. And that's all fun. Oh, Lingering Wound. So weird to use Lingering Wound. It's like, this is the only time I use it. Also, for some reason, I thought that was the same quest. Okay. I think sometimes having too many quests means I just mix them up. I'm just like, everything is quests. Set a trap. Oh, you didn't go into my trap. How dare you? Hello? Thank you. That's weird that that mouse or rat doesn't, like, aggro. Very odd. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Okay. That was chilly. Okay, I can use that. That I can put this armor on. Then we also have... which one is it? This one gives us an earring. However, we do have the earrings for the experience on, so that's not exactly going to help. I am going to grab Heartseeker because I would like a hard-hitting spell. Spell?
Very well done.
It's not a spell. It's a skill. And then we'll just go for a knife.
I have
not
been
knife.
away from the land that was my home for many years now.
What am I doing here? King's Foil, defeat beasts. Talk to you.
Your efforts against the squeaky doors of
Finish that. And, I mean, how far are we in? If I do a slash played, we are 25 minutes in at level 7. That's not terrible. Though that said, obviously, we do have a pretty much consistent double XP situation going on. So, you know, that plus I kind of know the quests, so I just kind of... I don't read them, basically. For better or worse. I just kind of do them. My only concern is there is a bit, like, past Tharbad here, where I think the quest level does jump up significantly, at least in the Epic. All we have to do is do some side content, like either outside in this bit specifically, in actual Tharbad before Herna, or just, you know, do some low-level quests, or be under-leveled for quests, I should say. Or just, there's many things we can do. Okay. So just checking as well. there is a warg in here that we need to defeat, right? Isn't there? Defeat the warg at the Howling Stones. Yes, perfect. And fingers crossed there's some King's Foil, or is there like... There's two different types of King's Foil for quests. There's this one, and there is a like a mature or something King's Foil. Actually, I can't remember specifically what it was called, but we can hopefully try and get some normal King's Foil. Probably not though. I'm also going to check backpacks because you never know what you're going to get. You might actually get some armor at this point. There is also a treasure cache over here, so we might be able to benefit from that. There we are. Normally these treasure caches have been quite generous to me in terms of giving us items. The only problem is whether or not that item is relevant to our character. Food at level 10, so not quite, but that is food early on, and we don't have a cook or anything like that, so maybe it is going to be useful. More than likely, if I go crafting on this character, I am going to go for a tailor. Quite frankly, it's just the best choice because we can just make armor for ourselves. So I am going to try and hold on to all the light hides I get, if I can, just so we can get through that. I don't have an enduring toolkit or just a universal toolkit at all, so I'm probably just gonna have to go with the regular ones, but that's actually fine because yes, it'll be slightly slower, and unfortunately the crit chance will be standard, like 5% or whatever it is. However, we don't have to worry too much because we're not going to be crafting, like, the gear from this area and up to like level 50 is probably all going to be quest gear anyway because it's all rather good. So I don't think that's a huge problem for us. We need to find one more King's Foil. No, not copper. King's Foil. There's some. There we go. Finally. And we'll also take out some boars. And then what else is it? Find a hobbit in the village of Clegger who might be interested in Geralt's boot. That also is super easy because the next quest after this one takes us to the stable master, which then takes us directly to that person. And then, yeah, it's all pretty good. We all know what's going on. It's all relatively good, you know. It's easy. It's not a lot of like backtracking for us. Except when we have to backtrack to Mossward all the time. But can you get a Mossward travel skill? I know you can get Herna. I just don't know if you can get Mossward. Let's have a look. Andrath Cardolan. So Herna. The Convoy. Langaran. No, okay. So Langaran's going to be our best bet. We need to try get to acquaintance standing with the Dunedain of Cardolan, which I think is super easy. Pretty sure all that
Would you do something
needs us to do is like given one task. I'm pretty sure to get acquaintance. Okay, so this is the regular King's Foil now that we're after, or not. What is it? King's Foil. There was like a different word at the beginning of it. I can't remember specifically. Or I might be completely imagining this fact. Very ripe. Okay. That's what I was thinking of. Once we get up to Langaran as well, we'll get the VIP thing, so that'll be super useful. And then, yeah, we'll see. There should be a crafting area over there as well. So maybe we'll have a look into putting ourselves into a crafting vocation. I shouldn't... See, the only... Not the only, but one of the annoying things is... Because it's not a universal toolkit, we are going to have to... At least for the beginning, we're going to have to... like have 2 different items for crafting, because we're gonna have to have the forester item and the tailor item. But I'm sure we can live with that. It would just mean it's been a while since I've had to like remember to switch, so hopefully we don't have that issue. I'll just make sure they're locked, and then maybe if we're lucky we can find like a toolkit set on the auction hall. I actually don't know what Shadowfax's auction hall looks like in terms of what's being sold. Might be interesting to see. I feel like it's going to be a lot of 120 stuff and then a lot of 130 stuff and nothing before that. That tends to be the way it's happened before. Is it will be like previous cap, current cap, and then nothing in between. Cool, and back we go. And how much money do we have? 14 silver. We should have stuff to get rid of. Ideally, I want to keep task items if we can, because as soon as I can get a task given in, this one here, that's perfect. I think then we get acquaintance standing, and then we can start grabbing return skills. The only annoying thing about guide skills or return skills is the level requirement being level 20, which is a little bit of a pain.
What can I do for you?
All the more reason for us to speed on through and try and get to level 20 as soon as possible.
Quiet.
Find the intersection that attracts the least. Quite far, isn't it? I was about to say as well, one cool thing is we're going to be getting deeds done.
Would you lend me?
You had better get going, I think. So long.
Find... Okay. I remember who I'm chatting about. Trap down, because I'm pretty sure they attack... Nope, other side, damn it. I knew there were rats, I just couldn't remember what side they came from. The king of rats. Maybe you should come over here, king of rats. Maybe not. Okay, don't worry about it. Right. So where are we at in terms of prologue? What level is that? Currently level 4 for the prologue. So I think we'll do a couple in Clegger, but I'm probably not going to do too many up here if I can help it. Oh, wasn't I? Yeah, okay. Let's scout the Old South Road first. Most of them, to be fair, like 2 of them are here for that. And then there's the prologue part anyway. I just want to get gear. That's really it, ideally. Like, the gear from this area is pretty decent. I don't think I'll go Yondershire at 20. I could for, like, quite a quick sort of gear upgrade, but I don't think it's worth the time we're investing into it. And also, I can't off the top of my head remember yeah, okay, cool. I can look Cool. Yeah, I don't quite remember exactly what quest is what, and I feel like there's a lot of running, and it made sense for the bound to account part of the free-to-play account, but I don't think it makes too much sense when we're doing it for just one character. It's probably better for us to just continue with Before the Shadow. I got some new mail, though. Bingo Boffin is requesting my assistance. Maybe that would be worth doing. Because we have Bingo Boffin, or we could do Bingo Boffin, we could actually transfer over the Bingo Boffin tokens. Well, not the tokens per se, but the items related to them. So that could actually be useful to us. To be fair, I've been meaning to go through... I don't want to go to Tharbad, but you're giving me an item, so I kind of have to. God damn it. Yeah, I've been meaning to go through, because Feyrand needs, ideally, to have all of the pets for him. Then I do want to go through and actually get myself, as many as I can. So... I need to double check if they're immediately used or if you can sell them basically, or if you can trade them. Because if you can trade them, then I want to just go on basically I'll just go on some other character, and then I'll probably go on the Tracery character that I've got once they get to 130 when I totally play that character. Or 131 I should say. But the Tracery character I'll go on, and I can pretty easily do the Bingo Boffin stuff and then just trade over. I really need to get back onto doing missions for that guy. I just really haven't been playing as much. Really, I've been over the last 2 weeks, I've probably played 3 days. Honestly, I've just been so busy. I've just not been doing anything. I've not been playing anything, as I said. I've just been not playing anything, which is, I think, more annoying. If I was doing something else instead, I at least would have something to show for it. But no, sadly not. So I get a bracelet out of this one. And then there was an earring out of that one. Nothing else otherwise. It does give me a load of morale pots though, so that's something. Fingers crossed, we don't need them. I haven't really had too much issue with Before the Shadow, but that said, I also haven't done Before the Shadow all that much over the course of it. I would like to, on this character, if I could, grab a load of travel skills as well. Not just because it helps the character go back and do stuff later, but also because this is not on my main account. It just means having an extra character to port around with. Right. Hopefully this is the last of this quest. Considering it's giving me an item, I feel like it probably is.
I am not surprised there are...
Yep, looks to be the case. Let's put that on. For a second, I kind of almost forgot what skill I needed for... Or what stat I needed for Hunter. Very weird. So that'll complete this prologue quest. We'll get Geralt Lothno Boot. We'll not get this one done, and then we'll also talk to this one here. There's so many travel skills now. It's kind of crazy.
Village, you say?
It's kind of weird, come to think of it, that the prologue quest gets you to go over here, but you don't actually, it doesn't trigger. If I finish early and go up here, like I just did, it doesn't actually trigger until I go about there.
Might I have a word with you?
That is an interesting artifact you carry.
Must have quite a story, I imagine.
Okay.
Welcome to Gregor.
A bunch of quests all ready to be picked up and started and etc, etc. Let's take that quest off. And then try and get as many of these done as we can.
What's that? Goblins in Uruk?
Did I switch those out? I did. Cool. Wait, how do I... Let me check a second. Okay, yeah, so I do have a little bit done on here, like in terms of levels and frames. I just never got to the end, because that one there is get to the Black Gate or complete the Black Gate quest, but I don't have like Daughter of Strife, for example, done or something like that. So that's actually something I didn't realize I'd done on Anor on here. That's kind of good to know. It means I've done some frames, like I'll have Blackgate frame, Adventurer Seeker, Animal Ramble. I won't have Blaze of Hope, Moria, for example. I don't have Great River, Horse Lords, Helm's Deep, Beacon of Gondor, Blackgate. So I'm missing Heart of the Mountain, Frame of the Dwarf Holds, and Minas Morgul frame in terms of just pure leveling, which is kind of fine, actually. That's not terrible in terms of the leveling. It just means I haven't got money for the cloaks, just the remaining frames, but that's actually fine.
I haven't any for you.
Okay, now I'll do these ones because they're rather easy, but then I think once we've done like this area, we'll probably try and continue on the epic or prologue or whatever.
How do you do?
That said, I'm pretty sure I said that last time, and then I just did everything that I pretty much came across. So yeah, I don't really think that makes me a trustworthy source on that one. There are a few I won't do, so I probably won't do these two for the Hobbits and the Radlor ones.
Oh, hello there.
Just because they're quite out of the way. The stuff that's like all very next to each other, that makes sense. You know, if I can do like 5 quests while I'm otherwise doing one, then it just makes sense. But I don't particularly want to go super out of my way just for one quest, at least at the minute, unless it's got a good item. But at the moment, like, it may be a good item here and there, but it's probably better for me to just continue on and get a better upgraded item.
Hello.
Right. One more child, I think. Down here. Nope, this is a different quest, though. This is, what's the good news? The good news is, you should be able to stream more. Pretty much. That's like, I don't want to be like, amazing update, blah, 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 but I'll be like, yeah. The good news is, I should be able to at least double my streams per week. As I joked earlier, 2 times 0 is still 0, but no, I should be able to do like 4 to 5 streams a week now, starting next week, compared to the 2 that I kind of might have been able to do, but haven't really been doing it for the last little while. So fingers crossed, all will go well in that regard. They're not going to strictly be as long streams, but they will at least be streams that happen. So previously, I was only able to stream somewhat consistently on Mondays and Thursdays. Now I should be able to stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah. Do I actually have to like interact with the item on the floor? How could you do this to me? Oh. Takes forever. Should I just Heartseeker? I'm gonna Heartseeker. Oh. I have a drool-covered arrow. I really do not want that in my life, but yeah. Oh, Behind the Falls is such an annoying quest. I actually am not going to do it just because of how annoying it is. For all I know, Before the Falls, or whatever it's called, might give me a quest that has amazing gear after it. But, quite frankly, I don't want to deal with it. I just want to not have to swim around constantly, very slowly. So yeah. I guess one of the good things about it being constant double XP is I can be a little bit more picky in terms of my questing, because while it's not strictly true, I technically can do half the amount of quests before I get to the levels I want. So yeah, I can afford to actually be a little bit more picky. In this early bit, I'm not so sure if I can afford it, because it can be a bit... There can be quite large jumps in terms of stuff, but that said, if I get really stuck or need to swap out and do something else, I can always go and do some virtue points from like Ered Luin and stuff. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, this account, even if I do want to do loot boxes, is only able to do one loot box because of its age. But hey, if I can do one loot box every so often, it still might get something good. Still free stuff, you know, at the end of the day. Should be down here. Cleansing waters. Yeah, I'll definitely need to go through what I have and what don't have in terms of frames and stuff, because I need like a checklist of stuff. Luckily, I don't need to do Mordor, but I'm still going to have to do Mordor. But I'll probably over-level past Mordor, I'm not going to lie. Though, when we do get to Mordor, my favorite word to say at the moment, we will have to make... I swear that just appeared out of nowhere. We will have to have at least some moats, because I'm definitely going to want to invest in the 112 moats gear. That's for sure. Right, cool. Level 10, which means I can start tracking enemies, and I also have Swift Bow, which is quite nice. Is it Swift Bow? It is Swift Bow. For a second, I couldn't remember the name of it. Oh, the others are going to be down here. Find the Path is what I'm really looking forward to. I think that's level 14, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. Wait, where's our last one? I know one of them is kill something. I also got another class trait point, which means I have 3 more. So I can go to Heartseeker, and then we'll go Induction Bow Damage, especially since I got Swift Bow now. And that also should give us Swift Release, minus 25% Barbed Arrow and Swift Bow's Induction. Nice. Let's go find one enemy that's going to give us some meat. And then I need to find the last door. Though I'm a little worried if one of them just kind of appeared out of nowhere, unless I'm just totally that, like, oblivious. I swear it just appeared out. It's going to be up there, isn't it? It's going to be up there. Oh, it's not. It's going to be there. I feel like there was one up there, though. Maybe there is more than 8. I mean, it doesn't really matter now, but... it's always in the most obvious place, because I'm looking for the most unobvious ones. Because, well, surely I've seen the obvious places.
Ah, these cuts are choice indeed. Oh, then.
Cool, and your quest, and then... what else do I have to do? Find a helpful villager to tell you of recent events in the Storvales. Find a helpful villager in Lintrev to help you with recent events in the Storvales. So we are going to have to go to Lintrev anyway. That's fine. We'll quickly go back to Mosswood as well. We also get this, which is nice. Plus 149 max morale. Definitely need. I mean, we would be at 610 at the minute if that was not a thing.
How do you do?
Like, it's not a big deal, but it's actually quite nice you get it. All you've got to do is pop into Moss Ward for that. So I've been noticing I get it on the Bjornings now, which is a nice little bonus for literally no extra work. I'm already coming here for the travel skill. Travel skill? Riding skill. I should actually check what cloaks I do and don't have on the main account as well. Might be an excuse to get another Angmar Ramblers frame for Palvelhot.
What is this? Oh,
Okay.
what a beautiful gift.
And all right, cool. So all that for an earring that we're not going to use. So that's fun. However, I mean, it would, well, maybe at level 6 it might have been worth it, but obviously over leveling so much. Well, that's good. I'd rather be over leveled at the minute. It's going to put me in situations where I'm doing like quests I'm well under geared for, because I'm going to probably be under geared while I'm also like, so I'm probably going to be doing like level 40 quests at level 35 with level 30 gear, which, that said, that combination, not actually a big deal. That's pretty easy to do. Okay, let's get on our horse. I don't think it was too much, except from going to Radlaw and do the waterfalls, which I just, quite frankly, do not want to do. There's quite a lot of travel here. I'm just really hoping we don't die before level 20. I will be sad. I'm pretty sure my Lawmaster, cannot remember the name off the top of my head, but my Lawmaster, I can't remember his name. Anyway, my Hobbit Lawmaster that I took through here doesn't have the Undying skill because of pretty much this area I'm in right now. Right, I need to remember, I think it's this way. Is it this way? Maybe not. Maybe I'm a little early. Little early. Yes, there is a change to how they are earned. So you no longer have to do like class deeds and stuff in order to obtain trait points, which is a nice little change. You don't have to grind out the same skill 500 times over 10 different days. You just now gain them every... well, you just gain them... I think for the first 50 levels or something like that, you gain them like every level or something like that. Or maybe it's like the first 30 levels, you gain one like every level. And then after that, you gain them like every other level or something like that. Basically, you just get them a lot more frequently. So you now get your spec at level 2 rather than level 6. And normally you get your first trait point at level 7. And now you get it at level 2 as well. So it just kind of streamlines it. Supposedly the deeds were causing lag, I think was what the reason it was changed. Like the whole system was kind of causing lag, but they still have the deeds. No, so any like deed requirements for trait points are no longer required. So you don't get any from doing certain quests. You don't get them from doing like complete X amount of this volume or whatever. They're all just obtained by leveling up now instead. Just makes it a little bit of a simpler system. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, they changed that. I was like, right, I'm much more likely, like, to actually use some of my ults now. I don't want to be doing the same quests or, like, this combination of deeds every single time I make a new character. Because it's one of my favorite things is making new characters. Like today, brand new character. That hopefully I don't die on. Because, yeah, we're level 10 and we've already got 9 trait points, so... I don't know what it stops at, but yeah, we do gain them, like, every level. Please don't die. I've never died to that fall, but I'm always so worried I'm going to every time. And I always think that that is a quest. It's not. Getting so much food. Something about these hobbits, they just like their food, you know. Oh, I do have the writing thing. That was weird. I thought I didn't have it. That was really confusing. Okay. Well, my horses are faster now. So that's at least something. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh yeah, I've only got 68% on this. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. This guy is just having a load of fun. But yeah, pretty good otherwise. Please, thank you. Now, where's the quest where we gotta find the drunk guy? Is that down here? I think it's down here. You have to find the drunk person, and then you have to give them water to not be drunk. Old Guild. That was it. There's that one, and then discarded wine bottle. Perfect. And then... Oh. They still haven't fully fixed that camera issue. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's been a lot worse before, where it just kind of... You right click and it goes... Whoop, like that. And it's not that bad. But that certainly was... It's caused me to fall a few times. Let's just put it that way. Cool, cool, and cool. So we can give in those 2 quests. This one is at least like level 10. So even though we did a lot of quests earlier and it felt like we were over leveled, we are at least like on level now. Which is both good and bad because it means we're probably not doing as much as we should considering we're supposed to get double XP. It's where we find out somehow before the shadow isn't affected by double XP. But I don't think there's any way that that's possible. I think it's just a flat multiplier to all experience in the game. I am right, it's 50%, right? Plus 50% experience gained on monster kills, crafting, quest completion, legendary item, and mounted combat. That's also another thing. I was talking about earlier, I was like, oh, I was thinking about doing burglar. I'm very glad we haven't gone for burglar because... It probably would be all right now, but eventually we have to get to mounted combat. And at least being a hunter means I can just probably get off my horse and just shoot arrows at enemies. Burglar is like probably one of the worst experiences I've had on mounted combat so far, and I was not looking forward to it. So I'm quite glad that I didn't choose that. I might still do it anyway, but like on a different... like holding back so I'm not beating this character because I want to unlock everything on this character, but I might do it just because I think it would be interesting doing the like burgling only thing on a legendary server where we've got probably a bit more leeway in terms of leveling gear and the like. Oh wait, Ponta's down here. I can already bet you, my first death
Excellent. You
has like a 95% chance of being full damage. It's gonna happen. It's just, I am way too like reckless when it comes to heights in this game. I do have a good judge, to be honest. I'm pretty good at judging drops, but sometimes you miscalculate. Sometimes you're not right. Okay, Lintrev discovered. I'm being attacked by a load of things. Please don't be that. Don't that be the first death. Hey, he was just trying to help me level up. That's all he was trying to do. I see.
Will there ever be an end
Okay,
to these
necklace. Especially in the
troubles?
early
Books and
game,
goblins. You cannot
we
be
really
slaves.
need to get jewelry. Armor, not so bad. As soon as we get up to Langaren, then we'll be able to start crafting, and we can maybe get some crafted stuff. But also the main quest should give us pretty good like armor. I just don't know how it does about jewelry.
Something stirs in the shadows of the veils.
Okay. Let's pick up a bunch of quests. Let's see which ones we kind of want to do.
Oh, hello.
And then
You're here, aren't you?
we'll sort of see how things go. There's one of these where you gotta like pick up a kite or something, right?
Stirs in the shadows of the
Where you make a kite. I don't know if that's part of the epic or if it's just having some fun. I think it might be from here.
Might you aid me?
No. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to cause myself to have a little bit of safety up here. I don't think... I'll kill this Kraben. Okay, there we are. I'm going to quickly just sit up here real quick. And I'm just going to run off for a minute. I will be back in just a bit. And then we'll continue on. So, be back in a moment. Okay. That could have gone badly. I literally just came back and I'm like, wait a minute, that Kraben is not where it's supposed to be. What is going on? That could have been a sad time. I tried making myself like not in harm's way. And clearly I didn't do a good enough job. Now I need to take it out on all these Kravens because they are clearly the biggest problem that we have right now. And how many more? 2 more. Okay. This is certainly a lot quicker and a lot easier than it was before. Not only is there just a lot more Kravens, but they're also just like, I think overall easier to kill because we actually have gear in some regard at the moment compared to having none before. I don't really know why I'm attacking these now. I can get away with not. I mean, this guy's probably going to get in my way, but that's fine. We'll take him out.
You return. Most excellent.
Find your missing handkerchief. Okay. Well, what we'll probably do is we'll go here for the apple basket. Then that's going to be there. Don't know what's going up here. The growing dangers. That'll be the Urukai. And then we'll go up to... Well, apparently we go back to Klegger. Cool. Yeah, so for a nice necklace, it's not like an amazing necklace by any means, but it's better than no stats whatsoever. We do have the advantage, obviously, of even if we're not getting gear, like specifically, we are at least getting the experience, which levels us up, which then levels up our earring alongside us, which is at least something. Missing handkerchief. There is a rock tied to it. Why have you tied a rock? Pray tell. This one I don't know. Is asked you to remove metal pins from siege engines. And then hide hobbit prints up here. What if I want them to find the hobbits though? Then what? Except I'm a hobbit, so like that would kind of be a bad thing. I mean, it'd probably be a bad thing across the board, no matter what, but I mean... Right, I think we will do these 2 quests, and then I'm probably going to head out to
You found it.
continue the prologue. I mean, what's this guy want now?
Something stirs in the shadows of the Vales.
I feel like he's gonna have some gear to give me. I don't know why. I don't actually remember. Well, I vaguely remember what's going on because...
Come, look.
Look out of the store veils, find what he saw. I'm gonna survive this, don't worry.
No.
Yeah, this is the one where you got to find all the stuff. So the kite fabric, spool of wool, or spool of rope, and fallen branch. So hopefully, I actually don't know if this gives you anything. It just kind of feels like the sort of thing that would give you something at the end of it. Like his handkerchief, for example, be like, I don't need this anymore, have it, and it's got like the stats on it. I mean, in terms of a handkerchief, or specifically, I guess, a pocket item, which is what that would be, we do at least get one a little bit later when we get to Tharbad, but first we have to get to there. The fallen branch is all the way over there? Yikes. I just want to check. Dwellers, quests. We've already done Tales of Swanfleet. Now we got the advanced one, which is 4 more quests. So maybe we'll get 4 more done. I'm probably not going to do that one, or that one, or that one for the minute. I guess it depends on what he does off this, because he's going to get that in, and then we're going to get another quest, which I'm kind of somewhat predicting is actually going to get us something else. I could look it up, to be fair. If I look it up, the Heavy Hobbit. And then... Wait, the Heavy Hobbit is a level 5 quest? You go from a level 10 quest to a level 5? Oh, looks like it might not give you anything. That's kind of disappointing. I mean, obviously it's like an easy quest. Don't get me wrong, but kind of hoping for, like, you know, you humor him, you get him what he wants, and then he gives you something nice out of it. Where is he? Nice little picnic.
Well, you took too long, and I got hungry, and...
Okay. I see how it is. Long time no stream. That is very true. I'm doing well, though. We're finally back. It's been a while. I've missed streaming. It's just, it's not really had somewhere to fit in recently. But, as I've been saying, as of next week, I should be able to increase the amount of streams I'm able to do. So normally I only had 2 nights off, whereas now I should have like 5 nights where I can ideally stream. So it's like a 2.5 increase off of what we were originally doing. Wednesdays might be a bit but certainly I think 4 streams a week should be certainly doable, which would be nice, especially now that I've got a lot of, like, it's not that I didn't have a purpose, quote unquote, or like something I wanted to do, but by putting like focus on Anor, or specifically like a legendary server like Shadowfax in this situation, having like a kind of theme to carry on through it, I think is quite good. It gives me something like to fall back on, at least, or be like, I'm gonna do this. So ideally, we'll be able to just do this. But yeah, as of next week, all my shifts are changing because I've kind of been moved in terms of departments. Finally, officially. I was like unofficially moved, and now I'm officially moved. So that means Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I should be able to stream. So just where Tuesdays and Fridays will just be the days I can't. Wednesdays will be up in the air because I'm doing like Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So there's a chance I just will be tired. But we'll see. That, or I might just take Wednesdays off for like just chilling, like relaxing, playing whatever I want, and, you know, watching something, and, you know, little relaxed day. You can't go backwards just to walk forwards. That's not how this works. I was even thinking of editing down these streams, like the Shadowfax streams, because I did Anor originally, right? I did the same thing, except by the time, like, it was very close. With the double XP, I should be a lot easier, and also I've started earlier than the shut, because originally it was like a month for Anor at like -30 or whatever it was, whereas here I'm plus 50%, and I've started like 2 months before it shuts, or before it gets to 140. And even then, I don't know where it's shutting after. But I was thinking about trying to like edit these down into something. We'll see. I mean, even with that extra time, I should be able to just edit more. Something instead of the free-to-play on occasion. Because as it goes, like, the free-to-play, the further we get in, the longer it's going to take. Because the more Lotro points we're going to have to get, or the more, like, grinding we're going to have to do for certain things. So, I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, orcs/Uruks come from that side. Could be wrong. A little bit further than I thought, but that's fine. I need a rain of arrows as quickly as I can. Haha! You will not be saved. Instead, you will probably die. An Uruk killed him. Now we just wait. Is that your leader? I hope he is stronger than he proved to be. Well, he's a little bit stronger. You know? I don't think he's an Urukai. Oh, okay. It kind of just... You know. There's kind of that constant, like, them calling him not calling him Saruman. So you're like, you know, but you don't know. He's like, yeah, he's just Saruman. Just let you know.
Thank you for aiding my folk. It reflects well upon you.
Hey, I also get virtue experience. I completely forgot they started doing that. And it kind of... It's fine when it's like later on. It's also fine now, but I kind of forget that it's like a lot more useful in these earlier bits, I think. That's just like, it's even more useful later on because the increases in stats is so ridiculously high, but yeah. I really need to go to Langaran. I think it's going to send me there next. I also need to look for a task place. A tasky thing. That one, a task bulletin board. That's what I need. I want to give in the torn furs if I can. Wait, does that not give me the rep that I want? Wait a second. I've been cheated. Wait, I didn't even get the task quest. What's going on here?
We won't be caught off guard again.
Oh, it's here. Is that person doing the same questing as me? Meneldia. I mean, let's be honest. Out of the three, which looks the like most evil? Maybe it's just my bias here, but Saruman looks more like grumpy and, you know, sunken eyes and more likely to be evil out of these three. But again, I don't know if that's just prior knowledge giving me sort of a bias there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hey, we're on like book 1, chapter 1 now. Right. Back to Lintrev, I guess.
Hello there.
Hopefully we can afford it. I am very close to not being able to afford much more travel. We need to get to level 20 again. Oh, wait, it was level 12. I was even better. I have finally found the path, and I have 2 more trait points as well. Yay. But I want to get my VIP thing and go from there. Oh, I can get nothing useful. Right. I think I should be fine. Again, I do want to get there for the crafting at some point, but I'm pretty sure the epic is going to take us there. I'm like 99% sure, because I think the name is it Tegwin? You know, I said my death was going to be from fall damage. I thought it was going to be that. I wasn't going to like restart over having like falling to my death. I wasn't going to like restart over not getting undying is what I'm saying. But I would have been disappointed in myself. That's where I died on Vemagrim. Flashbacks of just falling to my death right there. But as I was saying, yeah, Tegwin, I'm pretty sure gets like kidnapped or whatever, and we have to go up here for it, so we've got to go up to Langaran. So we will get sidetracked, maybe do some fishing and the like. Isn't this where the Uruks are, like, dead, right? I think it's difficult in some regards when it's in an area that doesn't have another area next to it. It sounds weird, but, like, for example, it's here, but we can't go down here. So you have to kind of have those invisible walls. Whereas like up to the Lone Lands, you know, they're not going to have that. So it can be a bit difficult, but I have found many places where I've been like, I should be able to go for that. And I can't. And it's disappointing. I'm going to go to Langaran. I can't actually swift travel because I'm 4 copper under. But, I mean, to be fair, like, a kill will be fine, or just really just selling any item. But, hopefully we're fine. It's a lot of traveling. I do have the mural though, right? But I can't use the mural without getting a house, and I don't have enough money to buy a house. So that does kind of put a dampener on that. It would be nice to just like teleport here, basically. And just beeline north, because why not? I don't really... Is it more that you've like increased your refresh rate, or if you've increased your resolution? Because obviously going up in resolution will be like different for your like hotbar and stuff, and the scaling's not amazing. But honestly, for mine, I've got a 1440p 165 hertz. I've kind of just always had, well, I always got like very high with a couple changes and then just put my VSync on. Because, but that said, I don't normally hit. Actually, that's a lie. Okay, I do hit like 165 pretty consistently. I just don't while I'm also streaming. That's the only thing. So I feel like I can never show off, be like, oh, the game runs like pretty well, because I'm using a like decent chunk of my system resources
How can I be of service?
for that. There is a couple settings I change outside of the default. I don't know why I have surface reflections off. Probably fix that. I do turn on normally the texture cache size and the player crowd quality up. Not normally by default. Apparently I have it on 120 because why not? But I think I normally turn those two up, and then I don't know why I turned off reflections. I think it was annoying me, but maybe that's why everything looked weird. Is this a family-friendly game? I'd say so. I mean, you are attacking and killing enemies, but
We are all devoted.
that's probably the worst of it.
You seem to be a person of...
I'll try and not spoil anything. Obviously, where we are right now is like very early in terms of like content, and it's also kind of separated enough where it's not really
It is not accustomed to trust to
too
but perhaps you may be of help to me.
bad. Sorry, I'm reading. So I want to be Taylor Forrester Prospector, because that also means I can go and pick up. I can also go and pick up prospecting notes, so that will actually be good. So let's do an introduction to tailoring, because I might be able to... I've got to do all three.
Even the Ochluth have need of help on
Okay.
occasion. It is not our custom to
I do
trust
like the
Ordian,
intro.
but
Like, the
perhaps
intro for
you may
this
be of
area
help
is
to me.
infinitely
May
better
the
than
spirits be with you.
any other intro we've had. I'm not gonna lie. These are bound to account. Not that you'd ever want to. But you think you just redo this quest over and over again and restart it every 5 minutes for an extra, like, 2 copper chunks? I see no reason to do so. But I wonder if you could do that. So, using the ingredients, you want to create a copper ingot. I need to put on prospector tools, and I also need to find a forge. There's a vault. Forge is up here, I think. So I don't know why the tailor is up here, because this is where tailoring gets done, I guess. I actually don't know where the forge is. This is a problem. I'm confuzzled. There's the farm. This is the forge. It's where my hunter trainer is. I actually don't know where the forge is. Am I being stupid? Highly likely. Like oven. Huh. Okay. We're gonna work this out. Crafting facility. Forge. Now, where are you? There is a forge up here. I just didn't pay attention to it. Okay. Not very good at this, am I? Anyway, using the ingredients received, craft a brushed light leather. So that will be here. And do I not have a workbench? I do. And a rowan board. And open the crate. Then we're going to go tailor. And we're going to go cloak, rough cloth cloak. Is that better than the cloak we have? Yes, because I don't have one. I don't think I can. I think I've got to, like, I can't keep it.
Greetings.
I can keep it. Nice. My own piece of crafted gear. I'll have to carry it through the entire time. I'm not going to carry it through the entire game. I'm not going to lie.
May the spirits be with you.
There is a quest that's going to give me a cloak. Literally this one. And it's infinitely better. But hey, don't make fun of my cloak. Right, let's at least do those. I'll pick up a prospecting thing, because why not? And having these at least means that I am then able to craft some gear, like this gear here. Hey, if I want to craft 5 things up, right?
May the spirits
Then I
be
can.
with you.
Let's keep the Gundabad stuff. Let's keep the auras, because that makes sense to do. We want to keep the brushed light leathers. And we also want to keep... what's the other thing we want to keep? No, I don't think there's anything else. Cool. Let's sell that. And I actually do want to get, like, 5 spools. 6 spools. 6 spools of rough. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this way, at least, it might not be amazing to start with, but we will have something better. It'll also be interesting to compare these when the crafting revamp happens. Like, maybe this gear will actually be worth making. Okay. And just in case Ghost does come to the stream today, I have to, like, legally have to put this hat on. It's the rules. I didn't write the rules. The rules just were written. So there we go. And now we actually have, like, something in terms of gear. And
Won't you lend me your...
stand here by the hobby master. Train, please give me...
As you do not trouble us.
Oh, he gave me a free fishing rod as well. Nice. Nice. So I need to remember how to do hobbies. It looks so much better now that I actually turn reflections on. I didn't realize I turned them off. I probably did it for like a screenshot at some point, and then it's just I probably held on to like accidentally not turned it back on, because there are some times where not having a thumbnails actually there's times when not having reflections can be slightly beneficial. I want to look up now. Aiding Langaren. So there's a bunch of quests basically from this whole situation. And they're all like level 10. But I don't know if they give us gear. Iron coins. We do get a cloak, which I don't know if it's better than the cloak we're getting from the next quest. We get a map table, and we get a loaf of barley bread. So overall, probably not worth it. So
What is your purpose here?
I'm gonna go back to Mossward, and we'll abandon those quests for the minute. It gave us an excuse to start crafting, so that's definitely, like, we were here to do that anyway. So definitely good. Okay. Maneldia.
You bring in
How you doing?
tidings.
Yeah, so I made this cloak, and then immediately I switch out for this cloak, and I've just made gear, and I'm immediately allowed to. Okay, so yeah, agility is the same, so it's not like I've made bad gear per se. The vitality is actually less, so in that regard, I've done a better job. But the physical mastery rating is much more impressive to us
What can I
than
do?
an evade rating. So.
Can I come with you?
Also, we haven't got the gear yet, so at least having the gear, even if it's not an amazing upgrade over it, is definitely worth holding on to, because... Make sure I'm not doing the right one. Yeah. Yeah, having the crafted gear at least gives us a starting off point to make the quest to obtain the gear at least a little bit easier, which is good. Boar tusks, Craben talons, and potential whetstones. This game, well, specifically this server right now, is really not liking me. Right, Crabens will be easy. The whetstones is a guarantee. It's just trying to find boars. How many players are on? On Shadowfax, 67. Non-anonymous, obviously. If they're anonymous players, they won't show up. But what on earth just happened? Why did my DPI just change? There we are. So I feel like it should be a little more stable than it currently is. It's not been like rubber banding bad or anything. It's just like occasionally this like sound will take a while, or skills just sort of don't work, and then suddenly all happen at once. Not the end of the world. I've definitely dealt with worse. I think we've all dealt with worse, right? Oh, it's a boar. Nice. Thing is, with Shadowfax, it's not really seen. It's probably the least popular of the 3 legendary servers to have come out. Anor was like definitely the most popular. Like Anor at the time was the only time I'd seen queues for servers. Obviously, that did change with the was it anniversary or just the free-to-play changes? Or I think they were both the same time. So that was like 5 days worth of constant, you know, queues, which was good but slightly annoying. But yeah, I feel like Treatment gets a good influx of people. Yeah, I think because it's just relatively recently increased, right? You get a lot of people on as it increases. Well, that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm not doing it like specifically for that. I just like the idea of having a time-gated challenge. Honestly, like that's what I'm using this for. It's like, hey, there's like 2 months till, not till it shuts, but 2 months till like I want to get to 130, because there is a limited time aspect to it, which gives me more motivation. So I'm using that to push myself. But as a byproduct, I am probably going to fill out the reward track again, as well as doing it on Evernight. So I'll have 2 of those. I'll probably have a load of trace-free stuff. Like, I will have spare trace-free tokens, which I can use. And stuff like that. So I'm definitely benefiting from doing this. Ooh, that's a tough call. I'll leave what I have on for that minute. Like, I wouldn't even mind a server that was open for a very short time, and it was almost like, see how quick you can get to level 140. Like, if it was open for, I don't know, 3 months at a time on a rolling cycle, and you just, like, wiped after that. And maybe you couldn't, like, transfer stuff off or something, because otherwise I'm sure people could abuse it somehow. But, like, see how far you could get in those 3 months. And maybe there'll be, like, quickest time to level 50, quickest time to level 75, quickest time to level 100, that kind of thing. I think there's a lot of like fun server ideas they could do, but I would also rather them spend their time working on stability, because that just makes more sense in my mind. Right. You know, we might not actually get as far as I thought we were getting at today. Search the perimeter for some signs of the missing boy. It's pretty sure it's just directly out this one. You are not doing a very good job at your job. Right. And because we've got money and we've also already been to Langaren.
Takoi, he's missing. You say the boy might have...
Hey, we get a new bow. Yeah, we can actually just like switch over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're adding a lot of new stuff. I'd rather they work on old stuff first so that the old, like, everything worked. So yeah. The whole new class thing, I think it's interesting, but I feel like, and I may upset people when I say this, I feel like Brawler fell a little bit flat. At least in my opinion. So I don't know if they're doing it to try and like make up for that, or just to like, I don't know, I just worry it's gonna...
I heard Tegwin has gone missing.
Not end well. Maybe Brawler just isn't for me, and that's why, but... Like, I know they've said before, like, I remember Cordovan was asked, like, why so late into the game are you adding a new class for Brawler? And the idea is, like, I don't know if it was the exact way it was said, but the way I understood it is like people need a reason to like make new characters a lot of the time. So giving them a new class gives them a new class, so a new reason to make a new character basically. And it keeps them busy while newer content comes out basically. Which is essentially what the grind is for. And I get it, but it feels weird because the last class to be added prior to that was Bjorning, which was a pretty significant long time ago. I was like, when was Bjorning added? Bjorning was like update 14, I think. 2014. Before then, it was like Warden and Runekeeper in Moria. I understand Corsair, assuming it is going to be Corsair. I don't think it's been like confirmed to be Corsair, but it's probably Corsair. Fits thematically with the next expansion or content or whatever, but even so, like Brawler, I don't feel like it fit that well. I am being ganged up on here and I do not like it. Okay. Manel, dear, save me. Another trade point, and we'll put it into draw weight again. I'm not really building an amazing spec tree at the minute, but when I've got a few more points to actually actively put in stuff and start fiddling with a bit more. Maybe I should actually go play Brawler again. My Brawler is level 32 currently, so I don't feel like I can really say too much about it.
No sign of Tegwin.
Because, like, I also haven't had legendaries yet.
Nothing. Let us continue our search.
Maybe I'll make a Brawler on Shadowfax. Then I can overlevel. Right. I want to see what my bow's like here. Minus 1.5% all skill inductions, plus 16 agility, and plus 4 vitality, plus a little bit of a damage boost, which is nice. I mean, it will be interesting to see what it's like. I just, like... I think it's obvious that I want it to do well. Like, I don't think I've ever at all wanted SSG to not succeed with something, right? I just think sometimes I'm confused. Sturdy bow, and then we also get another cuff.
You would have been
That's
very
perfect.
proud of me. I'm certain.
And now we gotta go all the way back here. Say what you will about Before the Shadow. It's a good expansion. I enjoy it. It's just, it's a lot of running back and forth. Like, you go here to go here to then go back here. It's not like you go back to Langaren and then come back here and you're like, oh, well, I've thought about it more and we should go over to Karis Gelibran. What else do I have in my inventory at the minute? Writing bundle. This is the max starter bundle. I could use that. That's something even easier because I'll have triple XP on my Bjornings at this point. However, I will only have 1 key rather than the 4 keys. Wait, no. Is it at 3 keys? It's 3 keys at year 3. Okay, that's a lot better. Having 1 key would be a bit of a pain, but doable. Having 3 keys is at least, 3 times better. You know, I think it should be fitting that we put on that cloak, you know? I don't really think there's anything else. Maybe I'll try and make a cosmetic, like a nice actual cosmetic for this guy by the end of all this. When I think nice cosmetic, my first thought is I'm going to run and go do the Isengard instances for my favorite cosmetic. But I don't think it fits the hunter. I have the Jacket of Lies. I think it's called Jacket of Lies. That's something I think looks good on hunter, but I also feel like that's quite generic for me. So, like, I use it a lot. I think I need to go find a new one. Normally, I end up building around whatever jacket it is. Like, I find, especially when it's a jacket, a lot of times it covers the legs as well. So, I really only have, like, one thing to look for, because I'll probably take off the hat. Or, I'll keep this hat, because it's the best hat in the game. My FPS is tanking. That's... that was concerning. Maybe I should turn that cache thing down. Maybe that's actually affecting me. I don't think it will be, but it's the only thing I've changed. And since then, frames went weird. So I'm going to just be careful. Okie doke. So let's talk to you. And then I'm pretty sure we have...
I've been keeping what?
Well met.
I don't know which ones they are. But there are two quests that are like the same in a minute.
Lend me your ear. Mind my
So
words,
it's like
traveler.
defeat foes within Karis Galabrin, and I think the actual epic quest then gets you to kill 10, but at 9 it actually fixes it. Like at 9 it goes, oh, you picked up a letter, blah blah blah. So it's just like a little bit easier. Also, I'm pretty sure we start getting like good gear here.
Those are my arrows. Return them to me and I can slay more Uruk.
Boom and boom. And then this guy at level 20 allows us to go and do Doom, but I don't think that's going to work for us. And then what do we get from you now? So we get a new helmet, which gives us parry rating, which is a little bit odd, but I'll take it. I think a lot of these actually we don't want to do. And let's fingers crossed hope we get something good. Silver ore, simple Athelas, and nope, that's it. There's quite a decent amount of wooden chests around here, so we might be lucky. Oh, it's all purple. I was really hoping. I'm also very glad I didn't aggro that captain just then. Could have been a slightly bit annoying. Especially since there's two of them there and I didn't actually realize that until just right this second. Cool, that should give me the letter. And then two wooden chests next to each other. At least one of you has to have something good near you, right? At the very least, I am getting quite a chunk of, no pun intended, chunks of stuff, which is, you know, worth a few silver here and there. Nice little addition. Considering, I mean, we've now got 63. We should be fine, but, you know, more doesn't hurt. The only thing we need to be holding on to is hides, really. It's the only thing we can actively use. And ideally, we just have enough where we can actually get through the ranks. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about critting. Though if it comes to it, getting more light hides is not actually that difficult.
Slaying Uruks may be its own reward, but finding a clue to their purpose here is even better.
That's cool. I need to start getting some trait points. Not trait points, virtue experience. Like I said before, there is a chance that I will potentially like try and edit this down. It's like I'll try with this stream to edit it down and see how I like it, and then sort of work from there. Like if I feel like it doesn't flow well, then I might not, you know, worry about it too much. Might be interesting to do like one stream, edit it down. Not necessarily like 1 to 50, for example, but just sort of see how it goes. But on the topic of that, like, part of me thinks I should go and do like Ered Luin and Virtues off stream, for example. But surely I then want to do it on the stream because, you know, it's still time being added to the thing. It's not like I'm saving time by doing it, but it's also like kind of boring. Because I don't actually have like Slayer accelerators unless I open more loot boxes and then get Slayer accelerators, which there's a chance. I'll hold off for now, and then I guess we'll see. If it comes to it, there's a chance I'll just like do Ered Luin at level like 30 or something and just power on through it. Depends on when I start struggling, really. Not when, if. If I start struggling. It should be good enough at this by now. You would think. Probably not. Also, I leveled up, so let's get draw weight. And I think, can I now? No, I need to still do that. I want to get Rain of Arrows. That would just be fun. Getting the critical multipliers and stuff is nice. I don't even have low cut yet. That's the not only thing, but one of the weird things about the whole re-trait pointed thing, like how it's changed, is a lot of the time you can spec into something before you actually have the skill for it, which can be a tad weird. But yeah, maybe after this stream I will open some loot boxes. If we get to level 20, which is possible still, though I'm not sure it will happen. But if we do get to level 20, we can actually like start picking up loot boxes, which would be nice. If not, might just have to buy them off the auction hall. In fact, I should check in a minute once I'm out of combat, but we should have a
These
look
are sad reminders of
at
times long
if people have got them.
I can still see this city as it was during the height of its beauty.
Let's do
So
/follow. Auction hall
He called
loot
himself Ontheron.
box. Is there none? Does nobody want to actually sell them? Is that it? Nope, it's not like it was called lockbox and I didn't. I feel like it should be called a lockbox rather than a loot box. But it doesn't really matter. It's just weird that they call it that. May as well use the time. Oh, there we are.
Not all who dwelled at Kara Skelebrin.
I will say this is one of my favorite
Celeborn
instances.
saw
Only for the
something in
ending.
Lord of
It does have one of my least favorite
Gifts
characters in it, though. I will say that. What have I just done? Okay. And then...
Despite the mistrust of some at Celebrimbor city, Antheron did not remain idle. He gathered to himself promising students and gave to them secret knowledge.
Disapproving and suspicious
Whatever he
elves.
taught them, always he held something in reserve.
Megovanen.
Always there was more
Corolla
to be
is
learned,
beast. Thank you
more
for the follow.
instruction to be given.
Hope you're having a good day. Good stream and all. I hope. How will we know when we mastered what thou hast taught us? The most promising among you will know, Narmalith. Dun dun dun. I want to know if it changes her name. It doesn't. Okay. I thought it would do that thing where a lot of the time you'll have like an unnamed character and then they'll get named in text, like in a character will say their name, be like, no, Bregolith, this is the answer, and then it changes their name, but
Antheron
I guess it doesn't
convinced
really
the
matter.
jewelsmiths to forge great rings of power. Long they toiled, until at last their work was complete.
A set of 7, a set of 9. Are you certain 3 grey rings will help preserve the land? Oh, these. I totally thought it said 3. I was like, nope, you can't count. That's 16. Plus like 3 more. Plus like 1 secret one more. Give them to the hole diggers. It just feels like a rude thing to call them. Or maybe they would take it as a compliment. I'm not entirely sure.
Welcome, thieves.
Hey, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good time, a good stream. We now enter my favorite part
You go
of
on
this
ahead.
instance.
My words will guide you, but I go no
I think it's very
further than this.
unfitting of us being on a horse, so maybe we shouldn't. If only I had my favorite horse, and then we could be here on the Ash Plains horse. So I actually, you know how some people might know, but I've actually changed my loading screens, right? I actually have a loading screen of this, but for some reason it doesn't actually work. So I'm going to take another screenshot because I think that's just a really nice looking picture. I really wish actually that loading screens would be able to be videos. Where am I from? I am from the UK, England. Yeah.
In the fiery heat of Orodruin, Mount Doom,
I am from
Sauron
Middle Earth.
forged
No,
the
I'm joking.
ruling ring.
I am not
One
stuck in an
ring
echo.
to rule them all. One ring to find them.
Oh, this is like
One ring to
the-
bring them all. And in the darkness.
This is the best
find
view I could ever have of the One Ring. That's where it should put you. It should like take you out of the camera or of your character, put you in a like separate character, and then it should let you do whatever. Yeah, I know. That Hobbit that I'm playing as. My normal server is Evernight.
Celebrimbor had kept one of the
Yes, I would like that.
Gates of Mordor, the armies of Sauron.
Hey, and I actually have determination leveled up now. That's
Take them to
perfect.
Mosswood.
So now that I have determination, I'll jump into confidence. Imagine if he just became a hobbit, though. Just got really distracted by eating food instead. So are we on level? We are. That makes me a tad bit worried that we're on level even with double XP constantly. But I think they just expect you to do more side content, but because we're not, because we have the double XP, we kind of can get away with it. Investigate Uruk tracks within Western Eregion and defeat an Uruk war leader. I will try to do that thing. Try my very best. Okay. Okay. Let's stop looking at that. I've never actually done either of these two. I've always found it just like, hey, why not go to the closest one? Maybe I should one day decide to go to the others. But it's just so convenient. You know, if we got to be like speed running this whole content, then we need to be efficient, quick. Which is why as soon as we hit like level 20, I'm just going to pretty much immediately buy all 3 guide skills for the area we're in. In fact, I did have that up, didn't I? No, I didn't. Let's go back up and bring up the hunter stuff. But at level 20, what are we able to get in terms of guide skills? So we get Desperate Flight, we can get Andrath for Cardolan, Swanfleet, and No Bottle at level 20. No Bottle's probably not going to happen straight away, but eventually we will have to. Cool. And bye-bye. Though I guess I said going here is technically the quickest, but we still have to get there. So maybe it would be better just to Stable Master, or not Stable Master, but just like get over there, not deal with these guys, and then kill an enemy here and then go straight there. Maybe. But we can't tell that now. I just got to deal with our choices, the outcomes of our choices. Yeah, like I said, with the guide skills and stuff, even though it might not necessarily be super useful to us, like throughout time, us going back to get No Bottle's return skill is probably not going to matter. But once this character transfers, it will be nice to have a kind of fully fleshed out hunter that just has a load of travel skills that I can just load into and just kind of use to teleport other characters where they need to be. So I might not need No Bottle on this character specifically, but I might need it on a character in the future. And honestly, getting to No Bottle is a bit of a pain, like normally. I can't remember if on VIP you actually have the guide, not the guide, but the route like unlocked beforehand. I know on free-to-play you don't because, well, my free-to-play account had that annoyance. If VIP allows you to do it, then I guess it doesn't matter because my accounts are free-to-play. Sorry, my accounts aren't free-to-play, they're VIP, except the one. Obviously. The one that cannot be even premium. I feel like having a premium would be so much easier, but I guess that would kind of go against the point of the whole series. Okay, this should also get us a deed completion. Yeah, there we are. You can tell I've done this a few times.
Meneldir is right. I must soon return to Imladris.
Okay.
My people are north
Let's just
of
check.
Forest.
Neither of those give us stuff. I should probably pick them up though.
I welcome your aid.
Find the bucket along the river, and then collect hollyberries from horns or wood trolls in the western region. Let's go put that armor on. And if I pick up the bucket, I can go back. And I'm just getting a few quest completions at least. Or a few more quest completions. We do slowly but surely need to finish Tales of Swanfleet, which will be this quest if we do it. I think killing you also doesn't that also move my quest forward? Yes, 6 of you. It's not like necessarily faster. Like, it is faster for me to go to Ered Luin if I wanted like Lotro points. But I would be like not that well geared. I get much better gear from doing this content, and it also lets me skip the kind of sluggish beginning parts of Volume 1. And because I'm only going for like mostly going for cloaks and frames and stuff, I should be able to like ignore the first half of Volume 1, and then I only need to do the second half of Volume 1 in order to get the Daughter of Strife cloak. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So there's a little bit of a method to the madness there. Because I need to make a big list. Because this character, not necessarily this character, but this account has been on Shadowfax, not Shadowfax, has been on Anor previously and got to around level 100-ish and completed the Black Gate. So I am able to use this Black Gate and this, but I still need to get like all the cloaks and stuff. This is the only cloak I actually have from it. Also, I think it's kind of fitting considering Before the Shadow relatively recently was released for Lotro points, so it's kind of fitting. Yeah, pretty much. I would like to do there's a couple like single-use ones that I can also like use the server shutting down relatively soon in the grand scheme of things to transfer over. So I can use that to my advantage. I can get the reward track a second time technically by doing it on here, and by doing it on Evernight I can kind of transfer all that stuff over. So that's something. But yeah, it's mostly frames and cloaks. Titles less so. I'm not as fussed about titles. It's like frames I can show off and like they look cool. And cloaks I can show off and they look good and all that jazz. I feel like titles most people ignore. And certainly like unless there's a certain like I like Embracing the Dark, for example. That's quite a cool title. But that's not a legendary one. Where it's like, oh well, nobody's gonna notice it and nobody's gonna know where it came from, so. I'm pretty sure you can still as well take stuff off Anor, which I'm quite surprised by. Like, I'm pretty sure they said, I'm not complaining, this is a good thing, but they were like, oh yeah, is December 31st going to be the end of moving characters off of Anor? And here we are, March 11th, and you can still take characters off of Anor. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I don't think there's any wood trolls around this area. I think it like can switch. I think it can be wood trolls or orcs. I think during this quest though, it may be, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Or even just like convert the server to like a main server. If they're not like gonna get rid of, because surely they still have to have the data for it to be like, I don't know purely how it works, but I don't know. But also the whole server consolidation thing was to make it so you don't have it so thinly like stretched out. For me, I have a couple characters, but because I get weird about having duplicates, right? I don't want like 4 different hunters. He says as he's making a new hunter, but I don't want like 4 hunters or 4 rune keepers. So I'm like, oh, maybe I move them like, what if I move them onto Anor, for example? No, sorry, from Anor to Arkenstone, like my old server. But then I'm not going to play them. So it's like, what's the point? Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, like, maybe I wasn't paying that much attention. I didn't see any, like, difference in performance, for example, when Ithil went down. And, like, I'm sure they could host the characters separately from the thing. Like, they don't have to have the whole server from that. Like, they could probably move it to anyway, I'm sure they're not using the whole Anor server just for characters at the moment. So I don't think it's that bad. But I also haven't seen, like, an increase in performance or stability or stuff from that. I don't know. But sometimes you don't notice the changes, right? It's not all very obvious stuff. Which is kind of a good thing. Like, it's not, the lag isn't so bad that anything is noticeably improvement. So much travel to and from.
Have you a moment? Yes.
I could get a shield. I wish. I want a shield. Why can't I have a shield? Disappointed. Very disappointed. I will be interested though, what's gonna happen with Shadowfax, because it's kind of weird, because Shadowfax was obviously a pair with Treebeard, so it makes sense if they just end Shadowfax when it gets to whatever, like a month after it gets to 140 or whatever. That's fine. I don't think anybody would be like surprised by that. But it's like, since they're a pair, would they keep them on at the same time? And I'm like, probably not. But it would feel weird just having Treebeard as the only legendary sub. Okay, we are up to the point where I thought we were going to get to, roughly. which is the sort of moving over to Cardolan part. At least I think that's where it's coming. We're certainly on our way there, but then we have a nice necklace upgrade, which is pretty nice. Our earrings are doing a pretty good job. We're only missing a ring and a pocket item. Pocket item is to come up soon. I know that for a fact. I think they won't, honestly. Like, because isn't, where's Treebid up to? Isn't it Isengard now, or is it up to Helm's Deep? No, sorry, it'll be Riders of Rohan after that. It's up to Rohan at the moment. I forgot how expansions worked. I feel like it's Rohan because I mentioned at the time, I was like, oh, it's the same. It's at Isengard? Oh. Oh. Maybe that was why I was like, oh, well, it's going to get there when we're at her face. Is like, it feels, maybe it's the like massive hair. Her face feels very small. I don't know how to explain it. I will say, Isengard is probably my favorite expansion, so it's at a good point. Don't give me necklaces. I don't want necklaces. Not necklace, sorry, earrings. I don't want earrings. I think instead of a another legendary server per se, I think it would be interesting to have, yeah, not like a level scaling server like these, but just a different server. Like there was the Elladan and Elrahir like PvP thing a few years back, like limited time, like only a couple months. I think them doing something like that would be like an idea instead of just like another legendary server. I mean, I think a lot of kinships, at least from Anor, there was like kinships that transferred over, right? I don't know if there's enough sort of on the other servers that have like a one on Treebeard, for example, on one on or ever server. Help the man. Engaged in combat with orcs. Well, he's not currently in combat, but okay. That's also one slight awkward thing about legendary servers is because the main servers are like kind of separated by time zone, right? So you have like EU and US, whereas the legendary servers is just everywhere. So you could get into a kinship, but then it would be on like a it would be in the US compared to EU. Or like not on the server that you normally would be on. Not that it matters too much, but I personally wouldn't be able to like jump between two servers, like for playing one thing and then jumping to like Arkenstone just to play one kin and stuff. I don't know. I always said I'm really bad at like switching between servers as is. Like I'm probably not going to pay too much attention while I'm focusing on this, and while I was focusing on Anor beforehand, like when I did Daimyo, I was barely paying attention to my main account, like main server. I need to set a time where I'm gonna get Feyrand leveled up again, because it's kind of scary. It's gonna be level 100, but there's not really much more for me to do except just like finish my virtues, which I'll probably just do from, well, the delving thing will happen soon. That gives virtue experience, I think, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it at 95. I just need to do virtue experience, and then yeah, set a date where we get to 100. That's pretty much it. And then we'll just focus on him for ages.
Thank you for this, my new friend.
Okie doke. So we get a pocket item out of this. So that means we're only missing one piece of gear and the book. That's actually something I need to try and look into. Maybe I'll make like a scholar and then transfer scholar items over as we go. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need to look into getting my hunter items.
It was in the days of June that my father Denethor, the
This
steward
one
of
takes
Gondor,
so long.
called his sons to the White Tower.
I do sometimes wish that there was like a flag on your account that was like, hey, you've done this one before. You can not have to do this again. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a little annoyed still that you can't skip. So they made it so epic battles you can technically skip, or you can do the Story Tales versions of the Helm's Deep ones. Definitely enjoy that change. I think it's a lot better than having to spend basically 5 hours doing 5 quests. Basically is what it boils down to. But I'm still annoyed that they haven't done it for the other 3. So yeah, Pelargir, and then the other 2. What are they? Yeah, Pelargir, Defense of Minas Tirith, and Hammer of the Underworld. At least with Hammer of the Underworld and Defense of Minas Tirith, you can AFK them. So you can just, you know, start them and then go do something else for an hour or whatever. I think it's like 30 minutes, but you can go AFK them. You do at least get some rewards out of it, and also you don't have to do it. So, but Pelargir, you can't. Because what I'm going to do is, probably after stream, I'm going to load up Defense of Minas Tirith, AFK it, load up Hammer of the Underworld, AFK it, and at some point I will try and do retaking Pelargir. That means when we actually get to those quests, because we've already completed them according to the quest log, we can actually just skip them when it comes to the actual epic. It is a little bit of time investment now, but it's not going to catch us off guard. I just wish there was a version of Story Tales. I don't know how you necessarily do a Story Tales version of Pelargir. I feel like it would be a little bit difficult, but I guess we'd have to see.
I sparred for a time with Eomer, nephew of Theoden, a good man. Theoden's door ward is named Hammer. He seemed a good man. The man Grima, a foul look. I did not like him. I could not tarry long at Edoras.
Yeah, the only reason I've gone for them is because of Feyrand. So when we were level 50, the best in slot jewelry was just from epic battles. It just happened. And now that we're at 95, and then we're also, when we get to 100, obviously that was the at the time in content. So our best in slot is the gold epic battle jewelry, so it just makes sense for us to go do it. But honestly, once we're like 105, I'm never going to touch it again. Yeah, I do think that's why, like, I've been thinking about it in terms of Feyrand when we've been playing with him. And I get asked it quite a lot, like, what's my favorite expansion or what's my least favorite? And at least where I stand right now is Isengard is certainly my favorite expansion in terms of content. Moria is probably, like, second. Moria is kind of tainted by Mirkwood coming straight after it. But I'd probably say my least favorite is possibly Helm's Deep, just because there's not actually a lot of content, and Riders of Rohan as well is a bit meh, but like there's no end game content except just repetitively doing the, I guess that's all raids, but you know, I just have to do epic battles to then be able to afford this one bit of gear, and then I have to do epic battles a bunch again. And like scaling is weird, and I don't know, it just feels a little bit lacking. And sometimes it feels like they're made extra long just to prolong it, but I guess they are epic battles, so it's like
Saruman, at least, did
big,
not prove
large,
an
epic.
exception.
I don't hate any expansion, but there's always got to be like one that's the worst. Okay.
Beyond the gap of Rohan,
Look at
I
that
saw no sign of trouble
increase
for
in
countless
stats.
miles.
Love it.
That is my tale.
And
You have no doubt
we're now on
you will
orange
back
quests,
stories.
which is a little bit concerning.
Could I speak with you alone for a moment?
Oh, he's over here.
I do not know if we can trust this Captain of God.
Show the map to
You've
Boromir.
decided we should travel together.
It pleases me to hear that Beneldir will not turn away the Captain
Okay.
of Gondor.
Defeat 12 foes, find a gap on the outer wall and to the northwest and further to the west. All relatively easy things to do. So yeah, I think there's a chance that when we get to the Tharbad Stable Master, there is a bunch of quests there. I think we're gonna have to sort of chill out near there for a bit, doing some quests, because I think we're gonna possibly struggle. That said, we were only level 14 like not that long ago, so I think we're actually doing pretty good that we're at 17 already. This guy is taking a beating though. Probably because I'm only using like quick shot and I'm just like not paying. I would be interested to see how Essence, like, I think the idea of Essences isn't terrible. Having like configurable gear. I think if they were to like adapt it to be kind of like the legendary system, it could be interesting. Where, because at the moment you can drop Essence gear in here and it kind of has the same window. I think it'd be interesting if you could like upgrade an Essence to a new like level, if that makes sense. Like you, if you got like a really good Essence early on, being able to like upgrade it, Yeah, essences only really matter when it was level cap content, right? But because that's why it's fine for Faerand, but like I never do essence gear for any other characters. But I think it'd be interesting if I could do these like, so I go and do Minas Tirith, for example, and I get a load of these boxes with 2 essences. Normally they give you like a vitality and a main stat. So like vitality, might, vitality, agility, etc. But I never use them. I'm probably going to hoard them for this character, like not this character, but hoard them for Faerand when I get there as like placeholders. But I think it'd be interesting if you could like upgrade them either in rarity or upgrade them to, yeah, like next level cap type thing. And that way, I guess it doesn't even take away the idea of Essence Reclamation Scrolls, but maybe like slightly devalues them. But I think it just means you're not like chucking away stuff. Because right now I'm buying a load of level 130 essences for Faerand. Very far away, I know. Actually, in the grand scheme of things, not even that far away. But I'm buying a load of those, and it's taking a lot of time and a lot of motes and a lot of materials. And a lot of time. And then I'm just gonna like chuck them. It just feels a bit of a waste. Okay. Kind of interesting. There is another player who is like basically parallel with me at the minute. I need to overtake them. Okay. Meneldir, give me stuff. Let me go. Boom. Bye. Okay, so as we are right now, 21 is the level for this quest. So I kind of want to just come over here to get a bunch of these quests. Also, Stable Master, because why not?
Hello there. How can I be of service?
Could I speak with you?
Avankides.
Greetings, fellow
Yeah, there's quite a lot over here. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the epic. And let's just pick up everybody's quests.
Hail, traveler.
As many quests as humanly possible.
I am so angry.
Hobbitly possible. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just do a brief overlook. Yep, cool. And most of them are back in Tharbad. So, Avankides. Recover stolen supplies, retrieve Hal's stolen bow, ruddy bush berries, deer meat, search for the missing mare, destroy Orcus weapon caches, and find Dunlendings near Nimbarth, which is all the way up there. For some reason, I don't know why it's so far.
I need no keeper. I was about to throttle them. Pah! Of course you would overreact.
I was on my way back.
Okay, I think these two are supposed to like ambush you almost, but I'm just like too quick. Too fast. Makes life is a bit easier. Apparently the Sedge Boar is going to give me an orc here, and I would find it really funny if it did. That, okay, cool. I mean, that could work. I don't think me killing a boar is supposed to give me an orc ear, but maybe it was severed and like the boar tried to eat it, but it didn't actually eat it, or it was like in the middle of eating it and then we just like killed it first. Maybe. I think what's more likely is it's just like accidentally everything here is given the tag that lets you have it, because apparently if I kill this thing I'm gonna get an orc ear. I didn't, but there was a chance I was gonna. Way level 18. And finally we have low cut, which actually means that this here is relevant to us. Also, I have 4 trade points. I have nothing to do with them. I'm gonna go wit, loyalty, valor is the plan. So we're gonna go low cut, and then maybe we'll just go. Let's do that. What does that do? Minus incoming healing, bleed damage. No, I don't think we need that. I'm not even using blood arrow that much at the moment. Anyway, and I'd rather have myself some rain of arrows. Did I say blood arrow? I meant Heartseeker. I'd love to use heart arrow? Blood arrow. Okay, I think down here should lead us a little bit closer. So if we do a bunch of quests, how much are we getting? 120, 50? Okay. I don't know. I think it is possible to get to 20k. I hope it's possible. I want to get to 20. That'd be very fitting. Maybe if I get to 20... No, well, not only can I start getting loot boxes at that point, well, as soon as I hit level 20 enemies, I'll be able to get loot boxes. But, I might be able to get loot boxes and then, like, open up, make it like a hobbit, or make like a hunter, and then get them to level 20 and get some level 20 motes gear. Actually, probably not worth it. Motes gear at level 20, as I have learnt recently, is honestly not even that good compared to just getting straight up, like, quest gear from here. It's gonna be so much better for us to just do that. Even going just to the Undershire. I still will open loot boxes occasionally on here, especially because, like, basically triple experience. Because it just makes sense to try and get, like, Slayer accelerators here and there, or, like, even just motes for when we do get to later levels. If I spend a really long time without getting an earring, well, earring, I guess not, but like a bow or a pocket items especially, can be problematic, then I can always just pick up a motes version. Orc leader? No, you're not supposed to be an orc leader. That's just not allowed. It's too late. I had already shot him. Being a hobbit and all, I probably could have snuck around. That's how that works, right? I do lose out on the, like, 5% extra bow damage by not being an elf, but honestly, I'm not going to be, like, raiding with this guy. So it's not going to be the end of the world. 5% damage, I can live without it. It's nice to have, but it's not going to be the end of the world. I feel like one day I want to do I think I've said it before, but I would really need to commit to it, because I know I'd accidentally wouldn't. But I want to do like a first person only playthrough, just only doing this and just being really confused about where I'm being attacked from. Just like turn the minimap off as well, so you can't even use that. And you've got to blindly just be like, where am I? I'd probably struggle the most with just not having the minimap. But like, where's stuff? I don't know. How would you do like a fully immersive? So you'd be like first person. You'd technically be like this, right? And then like, I guess you'd have to have your bar. You get rid of this. And then you wouldn't have this on the side. You'd have to go into your quest log, look at it. You'd have to, like, I guess, look down, check your map. I think there's a way you can offset the map. What if I did that, but I offset the map to be, like, in the middle of the screen? interesting thought. I want to try that out at some point. That could be interesting. Right. I don't know how much quests are giving in at the minute for roughly, but also we've kind of got a spattering of 15, 16, 17, 20, so I can't even use that as a point of like looking out from. So I don't know what the previous quest levels were, and I think I was lower level, which means their experience is slightly different. I'm basically just hoping that all these quests is maybe enough to get me to level 19. And then if I get to 19, I can probably get away with continuing on with the epic. To be fair, I could probably do it now. Let's be honest. 3 levels is nothing. The only ones I'm not doing is the Seeking the Scouts. That's just going to take far too long to actually get to. The other ones, not so bad. So, Avank hides. And then the berries are there. And then destroy Orcish weapon caches. Apparently I haven't done that. What did I destroy earlier then? Stolen supplies, I think. What if they stole weapons? Would it not be the same? Okay. Need to get as many Avanks as we can, because if I remember correctly, last time I was here, specifically doing this, I had to wait for ages for like the final 2 Avanks to show up. So what we need to do is kill as many as we can right now. And ideally we just get the 8 done. But if not, we kill them early, and that means that we can kind of like, they're more likely to respawn by the time we're back. Is the hope. Whether or not that actually happens in practice, different story, but... There's some. How many do we need? 8. 8 berries. Probably, yeah, turn this back on. And he just totally decided to run through a wall. Gonna slightly judge you for that, not gonna lie. And what is your quest? I'm always up for more quests.
Leave me be.
Find a guy and confront him. Okie dokes, I will do that thing. Am I gonna get anything out of this? Am I getting any gear out of any of these? No, not really. I just want a ring. That's all I want. Got 2 more. 1 and a 2. And also, I've just realized we've been picking up hides. I want to pick up medium hides and also somewhere are sturdy hides. Sturdy hides, there we are. Any type of hide right now, we're definitely holding on to as long as we can. Bedwear, hi. Because it's not because I don't trust you, but I'm just gonna put a trap down.
What do you need?
Oh, what's that? You trying to attack me? Not surprised. This always happens to me. Okay. So 4, 5. So 3 more to go. 6 over here. So worst case, the 2 that we killed earlier, or 2 of the 3 we killed earlier, will respawn. But I'm hoping that's also an Avank over there. It is. Perfect. And that way, I don't even have to worry. I can just ride straight past. No problems whatsoever. Perfect. Even though we still have 1 quest to do, I'll probably just give in all these because it kind of gives us a bearing for where we're at. Also, I just can't bother to go back all the way. Yeah, one good thing about this is obviously it gets us to like level 32. Kind of. It expects us to be 32 by the end of this. So obviously we just like cut out a significant chunk of early questing.
Leave me be. Leave me be.
And oh, they are somewhat interesting. In Sedgemead or Ruddymore? Well, you want me to go to Nimbarth, so I'm not going to do it now, but I know what you're expecting me to do. Pushing me to go there, so then I do the other quest. But it's fine. Right. Let's hope this is a decent amount of experience. So 1,300. Okay, I think we can get to where we need to.
This is intolerable.
My bow! You found it! Have you been across the road to see the herds of deer?
Okay. So there's a level. And then another quest that wants to send me up there. I'm gonna take them off. He's there, and then we'll also have that quest, which is now yellow. And then I've also got Lone Lands, which makes sense because I was very confused why there was a quest ring randomly up north from here. Yeah, 19's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Probably do a little bit more and then finish off for the evening. Unfortunately, we did start a little bit late, so a little less time to put into the whole thing. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at. By the end of this quest, we should have those boots, which means I think everything is non-crafted now. Yeah. The boots are literally the only thing left crafted, so that's a new set of armor. Obviously, I don't have... I can go there. Yeah, I don't have, like, level 20s for loot boxes and stuff, but I'm sure I can get those pretty easily. I don't think get anything for getting to level 20. I don't think. If I did, I would already have it. Bree Seeker is level 40. For the title and reward. 14, sorry. And then Daughter of Strife is the next one at level 40. So there's nothing actually going on for level 40 except Undying. We just need to make sure we're not dead at 14. Or before 20. This the door to where I'm going? Actually, don't know. Hi.
One day, Darvad
Oh, there's
will
actually
be
a bunch of
ours
quests in
once
this
more.
area, isn't there?
You rescued my fool of a father, and for that I cannot thank you enough.
The guy who's like super horrible to us. And then he's kind of nice to us after.
What hope remains for us?
Let's just pick up what we can here. And then we'll finish this. This one shouldn't be too difficult to finish.
Welcome, friend.
Find the crossroads west and west. Oh, I see. Well, let's get on our horse then, and we'll do a loop. We'll go up here, we'll go up here, we'll go down here, and then we'll come over there. Because these are at least level 20 quests, which is something. We also get Dunedain of Cardolan. 20 would also be nice because we can then... I think we have to go to Karanost for it, but we can start picking up those travel skills. In fact, I should check. Andorf, Cardolan, Swanfleet. Let's have a look. So, okay, so Guide to Andrath is 25 Greyflood marks or 100 delving rights. The Guide to Cardolan is 10 iron coins of Cardolan, which is fine. And then Swanfleet is also 10 coins at the Dunedain of Cardolan guy, who is Karanost, which is fine. So we'll definitely be 20 by the time we get there, and it's only 20 tokens. I don't really think there's anything else. Guide. Yeah, that's fine. Couple cosmetic items. Not even cosmetic armor, it's cosmetic, like, house stuff. And then Tome of the Friendly Stork is a kindred thing. And then that's it. That's 40. I feel like there should be more use for iron coins of Cardolan, quite honestly. But I guess not. Especially since you get them from, like, Blackgrave and stuff. Like, it just feels weird. I guess if you want a load of housing items, but I feel like there should be multiple uses. Okay, so what am I getting from here? Goat stuff. Goat meat. And also getting hides. That's also quite useful. Okay, that doesn't count. How many light ties do I have? 5. So not enough for what I need. So I obviously want to get through this to get up to my next tailor level. I might even try and get into the guild, because I actually don't know if guild stuff makes sense. It's not worth it for how quick I'll be leveling, I don't think. If I was like playing the legendary server properly, like as intended, I think it would possibly be useful. I think as it stands, probably not. Right, one more goat after this. There's 2 over there. That's perfect. Okay, and is everything else west of Herna? The rest of things can be from local townsfolk, many of whom can be found at the Crossway House. Okay, I was a little confused as to why everything was kind of in one spot, but that makes sense. There's also this quest. And that one.
Is there no end to our heart?
I mean, if I can, I'm definitely gonna try and push for level 20. Find and pet the sheep in Herna. This one is a little bit of a wild goose chase, but it's fine.
Welcome, friend.
So pick up one of the crates in the Eastern Road. Well, maybe later. Alright, let's also talk to these guys so that it's not confusing me. There we are. There are only 4 sheep around out of the 5. Cool. So what else we have to... I'm gonna get rid of the sickle flies one because it's a little ways out, but if needs be we can always go do it. And then we go straight to the Crossway House, which is where we need to go to anyway, so that's actually perfect. And the final crate. I think it's, I quite like it overall. It does feel, in my opinion, a little teeny bit rushed very close to the end. Which I think is fine if it's only a very small part that makes me feel like that. I definitely think the final quest feels a little rushed because it's like, okay, now go to level 32. I'm like, okay. And I get it setting you up to go to, like, the other stuff, but... it does feel a little, weirdly sort of worded in a way. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with it on this character because hopefully we should be that level by then. But I guess we'll see.
Lately, some darkness has passed through the land.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the instance
You and your friends might want to keep
if
walking,
that's the
friend.
case.
Right.
Right.
Something like this before.
But yeah, overall I really think it's a good expansion. I think it's the best tutorial the game has, just generally. Like, it explains... It's the only thing other than actual death to explain the death circles, or defeat circles. Which is something that's nice, at least. 19 in 3 hours seems slow for a speedrun. Well, that said, it's not necessarily a speedrun, even though we title it speedrun. It's more, I was just making sure I get to 130 before we worry about... Or I want to get to 130 before it shuts. 140 before it shuts, I should say. That's the main thing. Which is easy enough. The real reason I use the word speedrun is because it had alliteration with Shadowfax. That's literally it. Fastest way to get to level 20 would be crafting, especially on here. Crafting to... I'd be able to get to 20 in like half an hour if I had like a little bit of money and like crafting to farm. Yeah. And then probably missions after that. At a certain point, farming does fall off because it's static experience. You always get... well, on here, it would be 180 experience and then 210 experience. So per farm, you would have, what, 390 experience, I think? And then you get an extra... I think it's an extra 180 for every crop that you've harvested. which can vary. Oh, nice. I honestly haven't played in like days, which is fine, sort of, because all the time that I have not played, I've got that plugin mod thing that instead of it actually having offline time, it just stores your offline time that you can just use later. So I'm gonna have a bunch of time. Though I did get a new phone, and it actually, like, the app actually runs on my phone decently. Like, on my old phone, it would be so laggy. But on my new phone, it's actually, like, pretty... It's not, like, amazing, because it's just... you scroll through it, but it doesn't lag as much. So we're good. I can actually get into menus. Nice. What am I doing? Collect chunks of red rock. Oh, I know which one this is. It's all around here. 222. Last thing I did on Melville was I unlocked fletching and woodcutting. Like, kind of together. I had a load of money saved up. Because I've just been, like, thieving for eons. So I kind of just, like, parallel did those for a bit. Where's this wolf pack? Oh, up there? Not happening. Not happening. Right. Oh, and back we go. And we get an opal. So fun. Not even an opal. 15 opals. So amazing.
At your service.
Oh. And back we go. So 3 quests to give in. That should be relatively easy to do. And we're nearly level 20. It really feels like at the beginning, the quests don't actually give you double experience. Because these ones actually feel like they're giving you double XP. The beginning quests just feel very slow still. Maybe it's just the amount I have to travel. Whereas all these are kind of squished together.
What hope remains?
I'm so sorry. What happened to your thingy? But hey, look, I'm level 20. So nice. And I don't know if we should just carry on with the epic. I mean, yes. Or if I should also try to finish this quest line. I think I get something good out of it. But I also just get good stuff out of doing
You have
the
done
epic.
it. Could I impose upon you for another favor while I am seeing to the cooking?
Put that there. Blood arrow. I do love me some blood arrow. And then reassemble the bed. Right here. And there we go. I mean, with these being like very, very back-to-back quick quests, I think we're fine, but
Why are you still here?
this kind of leads us into actual, like, kind of epic content.
You are not.
Time Worn Journal. He's really not paying attention. Be good. Come on. Oh. I now need to go back to the inn. Okay. And this guy's up here. Yeah, now that we're getting like 2,000, I think maybe it could just be a weird scaling thing where now that we're on like level 20 quests, there's actual sort of like the experience is decent. Because the same with gear a lot of the time where before 20 it's not very decent. Also, really need a sword. The fact that I haven't got a statted sword yet. Like, I understand I'm a hunter and therefore, like I get it. It's fine, but
Thank you for meeting me.
it's just weird.
Why are you bothering me?
Oh, that's Luloth.
My
I don't
baby.
really want to
My
do.
child is missing. Please, you must help me. Luilos was known for her bravery.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
A missing child.
A missing child.
Luilos was known for her bravery and for the kindness and wisdom.
I've got too many
she
quests.
ruled.
I need to stop getting distracted. But it's good.
Dangerous times.
But I feel like I need to be less distracted.
Huh. Yes, Mole did tell me that she saw Kai wandering after glowing lights.
Glowing lights. Wait a minute. What? I've got to come up here. Nice, nice. I hit level 20 like 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
No, I have not seen them. But tell me everything you know.
Okay, I'm gonna completely disregard all of these quests and I'm just gonna go do the epic for a bit. And then in about 10 or so minutes possibly, we'll probably finish off the evening. As I said, I wanted to have a look at maybe editing the stream down doing these and having maybe some video come out of it, see how that goes. And as I said, tomorrow is the last of my like old rota shift, so I want to get that one sort of done out the way, all sorted as well, and then we're good. Well, the news is basically just more streams essentially, because as of Monday, I start an entirely new department rota, whatever, which means instead of having only Monday, Thursday where I'm here in the evening, I'm getting I'll be at home on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday evenings, which just means more time to stream basically. So more than likely I'll be like 4 streams a week, because I'm doing 4 till 11 Tuesday, and then 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Wednesday, which is like close together. So I'll probably be quite tired Wednesday nights and probably just want to like relax and do like whatever.
What did you learn from
But
the
yeah.
old man?
It's hopefully better. So as well on weekends, so basically I'm doing Tuesday nights, Wednesday morning. I'm still doing Friday night till midnight, but that's not like terrible because we've also hired like 6 more people, which means I'm not running around doing 20 things at once, which is just a lot calmer. And on top of that, we on Saturdays and Sundays, instead of doing the nights, the evenings, whatever, I'm doing 12 till 8. So that also just means like I'll get home at like 9 o'clock, so it'll only be like a 3-hour stream maybe, but I'll at least have time at home. And it also means I'm not like there till midnight.
Shelter in Crossway House tonight. Preposterous.
It's also more hours, even though it's like kind of better hours for me. So I also will be like making more money. So, and it seems pretty consistent because I'm the only one technically in this department. So I'm the only one that like fully knows what I'm doing. So it's not like I can just be like moved for the sake of someone else, which is quite nice. Kind of means it's consistent, hopefully. Oh, snow. Good old snow. I've just had rain. That's all I've had. Rain, rain, rain. It's actually not been that bad, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, that's a lie. It was like thundering in the middle of the day the other day. And then one of the corridors at work started leaking. So that was fun. Little bit worrying. But it's fine. It's like fine until there's sudden like very high rainfall and it kind of just gets overwhelmed. Hey, level 21. See, it's kind of crazy like how long it took to get to like 20, like 15, 14, I think. From like 14 onwards, it was quite like quick. I think it's because we get more skills, which means we can kind of kill stuff quicker. We're getting better gear, which also means we can kill stuff quicker. And also, like, more travel skills. And actual, like I said, experience seems to just maybe actually be better. I think as well, one of the nice things about my sort of change of department and like responsibilities is not that I didn't enjoy what I did before, but at the moment I am enjoying what I'm doing more. And I don't know if that's just because it's something different and therefore it's like a breath of fresh air, or if overall in the long term it'll be better. But we'll see. Okay. Hopefully don't find any firewood. I think it's just in a separate place. I think we'll probably do this quest and then might be a good place to finish because it gives us 1,000 adventure experience. We get like an upgrade to here and we're at level 21 and yeah. It's certainly faster than it would have been in like regular old Breland, but obviously not as fast as if I had just straight up farmed. But that kind of wasn't the point of the whole planned thing. I think I just like having a deadline. Sometimes it kind of pushes me to actually, you know, push myself a bit more rather than putting it off. Like, it's just better for me. Right, there's that. And then get my sickle flies deaded. Need one more. There we are. And then we've got to find some wood. And then I think what I'm going to do, as I said, is I'm probably going to AFK these two epic battles just in the background after the stream. That should just open up the fact, or open up the ability to skip those quests when we get to them. Obviously, Pelargir we can't AFK. However, at some point, I'll just bite the bullet and do Pelargir properly. But beforehand. At the moment, it's not going to give us a ton of experience if we actually go through it. So I don't think it's going to matter too much. And it just means when we actually get to those quests, we can do story tales for Helm's Deep, and then we can skip the Minas Tirith stuff. Sounds like exactly how it was intended to go. All they have to do is just make it so you can have a story tales of the others, and then it would just be so much easier. All I want. Just Minas Tirith story tales. Okay. Firewood. Ideal. Have a good one. We'll be finishing off in a minute anyway. Want to go light these bits of wood on fire and also do this quest. I think this person was just in... I don't know. Were they in the... No, they were in town. That's fine. Don't really get anything for it. Except more useless tokens. And then we should, out of this, get wit leveled up as well, at least once. Which is good, because then that's just something else. Do we want to go wit, or do we want to go valor? I feel like it doesn't really matter at this point. I'll probably go wit, because I'm getting a lot more physical mastery than crit, I think, coming up. And we can even do missions now, which is nice. If only Delving Rites had an effect on us right now.
Shadow has fallen.
Not that it would matter, because I can't even do Delving Rites. And I don't think the gear is scaled. I don't think the gear is bound to account. That's what I meant to say.
How may I be of service to you?
This
Hello
one,
there.
this one.
What do you need?
Yeah, buy not acquire. It's not even as good as what I've just got. That is, obviously, but those are not level 20. Either way. And this puts us like right before the fight, I think. I think this actually puts us at the midnight fight thing, actually. I could be wrong.
The braziers are refilled.
Okay, so yeah, it puts us on that. So we'll finish this one.
Good. We have prevailed upon the innkeeper to allow the residents of Herna to shelter within Crossway House for the night. For I fear that whatever evil came to this town will be back.
Let's just chat with everyone. I think they're upstairs.
Pull up a seat. We should rest while we can. Perhaps
I already know. I played some mod in Minecraft not that long ago. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't even played Lotro that much recently. Like,
My station shall be at a window, keeping watch.
I've just been so busy. I barely played this
until dawn.
game I'm apparently obsessed with. It's a bit difficult.
It is of no use, Ranger.
Maybe soon. I don't
I
know.
have heard this
With
of
the
men
change of
Dawn.
work and stuff.
They lower their guard only when slain.
We just get to listen to this
We've heard
conversation
it from
now
below,
for
I imagine.
absolutely ages.
Aye, and
Oh,
loudly.
nice. Yeah, I've been playing like
Still, it is a trait
quest
that
pack
Rohirrim
ones.
might have used.
Well, a little while
and
back.
spared some sorrow. The land of my people is not what it was.
Thing is, I don't know if I'd make like
Draws strength from its king.
videos though. That's the only thing.
Boromir spoke to us of Theoden's ailment. It prevented his audience. When we reach the Dunedain, they will surely know.
Kind of weird about like
bring back to Rohan.
let's plays, like for lack of a better term at the minute.
Yes.
Just a bit weird.
Saruman
Though
the
that said,
Wizard
I
is a
was
friend
saying I was
of
going to do
Rohan.
something similar for this. I don't know. Weird.
His knowledge
Weird.
of remedies and curatives might have proved some help to your king.
Can I like just? Yeah. Okay. I can just like not talk to them. Hi, Boromir. They're talking
not
about
want to
boring
say
stuff,
anything,
and I can still
but-
hear them. Those are the eyes of someone
I
who's seen
fear
something.
the wizard might no longer be a friend to Rohan.
Those are the hair of someone that's seen something.
If Theoden King is to be cured,
His eyes are making my
rather he
eyes hurt.
recover
Ow.
on his own, without the aid of Saruman.
Aye, that seems the wisest course.
I just really hope
Perhaps
soon-ish
we should
I
see if
actually get
Boromir
myself.
has seen anything outside.
Okay, Boromir, I just left you, right? You're not that needy, are you?
If something is going to happen, then let it happen.
Yeah, I really just hope we get ourselves a like a sword and stuff soon. Moat swords aren't that good at level 20, honestly. I don't think it's really worth it.
Curse this.
I just need to
endless
kind of
wait.
hope that something comes up
Will the
soon.
sun never rise and put
Will
an
the
end to it?
sun never rise?
By tomorrow, these dull hours will seem only a passing dream, Boromir.
Nay.
They're not
could be
dull.
like
They were
another
talking about
dream I've had.
really interesting
One
things.
that
Like
never releases its grip.
that one thing.
We have
Totally just skipped all their dialogue. My
every
bad.
day for the last half year, I have hoped I would wake from my own dream. I would rub the sleep from my eyes and see that Rohan is strong again.
Would that it could be so for Gondor as well. But I speak of another dream. Have any of you ever experienced dreams with the feel
Of prophecy.
This is why
I
you seek
want to
in
skip
Longreach.
the dialogue.
You did not tell Saruman the purpose of your journey.
No, Saruman,
Perhaps I
bad
was
guy.
being foolish. Perhaps it is only a dream.
What's it to do with the
But if it is
plant here?
not, if the sword that was broken might save Minas Tirith,
You would do anything to save your home.
Almost anything.
I, Egfrith,
Oh.
that I would.
No, anything.
What was that?
Okay, now can I go out? Now can I go kill stuff?
Something outside.
Undead things. Re-kill stuff. Okay. Let's put down a trap. Not that we need it. I do have rain of arrows, so that's definitely something I'm going to take advantage of.
The dead! The dead have risen!
Knight's Terror. Also, I have Low Cut, which is also a somewhat AoE skill. So that's something we can take advantage of.
Fight on, my friends! Fight on!
Okay. So now that we're actually past level 20, if I die, I'm not actually that upset by it.
Is there no end to this
Ideally, I
horror?
don't want to die. But... not enough power. Oh, is the power changes happened again? Yeah. Is that a thing that's happened yet? I actually don't know. Is this something I've got to deal with?
I think
You think that's all of them? I had no power that entire time.
it is almost dawn.
Okay. Let's go. Let's finish this quest.
It is as I feared.
Okay,
We should
so
examine the northern approach
wit,
to the
there we are, and we get the ring that we are missing. So that's perfect. Collect tarnished jewelry left by the whites and collect rusted blades. I will quickly do this because I think it's a really easy quest, but let's go put these on. Hopefully it's just these quests. I know we have to like kill a thing, Also, I completely forgot. We get an extra 20% virtue experience like constantly. This is actually gonna be super easy to do virtue stuff. Not super easy, but like easier. Okay, missing jewelry, and then rusted blade, and then the helmet, which actually has the thing in it. Just to be safe. Okay, I don't actually know if he's gonna like send me somewhere else. Ideally, I'd like to just have a really easy upgrade. That would be perfect. And then at that point, we do have a full set, minus actually having like decent weaponry.
Even in the light of day, I find it hard to believe such things are possible.
I share Manel.
Okay. So she's not gonna be in here. Right, that's the whole thing. And then I don't know if anybody up here can tell me. Nope. I know there's a little bit like monologuing in terms of this, but hopefully, yeah. Hi.
Not done wrong.
Let me have this letter, please. Thank you.
My friends. No.
Oh, wait, no.
I cannot address
Okay, so
this
it
now.
does talk, but we can actually skip it. I was expecting it to be a very long piece of dialogue. One thing we should definitely do next time as well is reminding myself to go do skirmishes now before it gets a problematic later. Also, I could potentially go to the skirmish place and just get 2 swords, potentially.
What happened?
I don't want to do 2
Find
lakes, and
everything.
otherwise
Is
they're
she in
like
some
super get
danger?
up. Right. So if we go south, we'll catch up with her. And then we are going to yeah, we'll have that quest, and then it's like kind of stops for a second, right? So that'll be a perfect spot for us to end in. Okay. I feel like a lot of this is just auto run. Like, hey, you know what? Just put your auto run on, and then just wait for a bit. You know. Be interesting to see what happens when if we ever go past this. It's kind of obvious that it's non-playable because you could just see the very clear, like, hey, you can't get past this part of the map.
I see the print of hooves in the
Okay,
dirt.
cool.
She is beyond our reach
And we get a new... Oh, I guess this is the thing. I'm going for, like, new sword versus new... Like, it's not giving me offhand. That's kind of the issue.
And I must finish it alone.
now. I wish it were otherwise, Boromir.
Okay.
But I respect your decision.
I'm gonna go to Herna. But only because I don't want to spawn in and get killed. Let's put that other ring on. And then we're not going to continue any questing. We are just going to go back, and then we're just going to chill. Next time, it should allow us to go and get the... I'm going to keep the fishing rod. No, I'm not. I lied. Just make sure we have all that. Look how much space we saved. It's nice. Yeah, so next time we should go to Karanost, so Sirlong, whatever, and get the travel skills. That should be great. Right this second, we don't need them, so. And it's better to finish over here than it is to start, like, super far away from everything. Even if it is just a case of press your auto run and there you go. You're sorted. You're done. Don't worry about it. One thing I might do, as I realized, is I get these tracery tokens on here. I might end up doing what I was going to suggest before, where I, like, because they're bound to account and you can trade them. Like, oh no, they're bound to character, but they're bound to account once you actually obtain, like, use them. I might end up, like, making another character parallel to here, and then at 50, trade over, like, the traceries I need that are teal, like the heraldry ones, and try and use that. We'll see though. Anyway, I'm not gonna go talk to him, but he is there, and that's gonna be it for tonight. So thank you all for coming along. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. As I said before, hopefully next week we should have a few more streams, and I'll try and do like some of this, some other stuff. We'll probably jump on Faerend at some point and just finish him off, and at some point I need to decide what time, what day I'm gonna just, like, you know, make him level up to 100, and then we just have a bunch of content to do. More epic battles. Should probably be just AFKing them as a general point, but more epic battles I'd have to do, and then all the Minas Tirith stuff. That's going to take a while because I've got multiple reps and stuff, and I'm also going to have to start trying to get, like, Morgul crests, which is going to be a real pain to do, but I guess we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, as I said, thank you all for coming along, and I will see you Monday. Perfect time for the servers to not let me do anything. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.